Welcome, everyone, to Yield Table as Crit Eating Grin plays Curse of Strahd, a 5th edition D&D campaign from Wizards of the Coast. We welcome you. Joining me today are the players who will cast their die in their quest to save the land of Barovia, or perish in it. We're not sure yet. To my left, we have...
That's me.
Yay.
I'm Megan. I'm playing Celeste, a Aasimar Ranger, and I'm ready to get into this church and kick some ass.
I'm James, and I'm playing Bendra Chazem. Sweet talker.
I'm Maria. I'm playing Fialova, the pretty suspicious of Ben, and kind of weary of this holy place that seems kind of sad.
I'm Ellie. I'm playing Niley, a paladin Aasimar, and I'm ready to save this priest. Make this land holy again.
I'm Eric, your Grand Maestro for today's game.
The Bogo Master.
Very good.
I want to get one.
So last we left off in the previous episode, there was a lot of good RP and in-depth kind of getting to know Barovia or not. Character development, which is very important to playing this tabletop RPG. They all kind of concluded we've got to go deal with this church situation so that we can give the rite and burial for the former Burgermeister, Irina's father, and get the hell out of Dodge. When they encountered a new party member. And that was very interesting. For the interesting, please refer back to previous episode. But we do find this scene opening up in front of the church, the big wooden church doors. And let's get us to our church.
That was rather ominous.
Did you have to hit it so hard?
I knocked on the door.
So much for subtlety.
If
Clonk, clonk,
clonk,
clonk,
clonk,
clonk,
clonk,
clonk.
clonk.
Some of the best things hide.
Passive
in plain
perceptions, please.
15.
sight. 13.
11.
11.
Woo!
Right?
15 is going to hear this awful wailing as you hear in the church, ?
Nobody else hears it but me.
Correct. Father, I am starving. The rest of them hear what sounds like bats kind of in the distance.
I hate flying rodents.
I'm not sure, but I definitely can hear something in distress. And it sounds like they're imploring Father Donovan.
Donovich.
Donovich. Yep.
Something imploring of a priest? Must be his son. He was ill. And he's been kind of shot. Last I heard, he was seen a year ago?
The son or the
The
priest?
son. The son's
The
been
priest.
ill for about a year.
But Father Donovich has not been seen for a year as well.
I thought he was still kind of around. Oh, he's
No.
also
They
been-
bring him his supplies. That's what I found out from Bildrath.
I would like to listen at the door after I banged. I'd like to bang again
Sure.
and then put my ear up to the door to listen.
Perception.
Guidance.
6, 9, 12.
It's quiet.
It's a thick door.
It's quiet.
You have it for 1 minute.
I already used it. It's gone.
Is it locked?
I'll try the door.
Oh, there you go.
Hello, Father Donovich.
Your voice carries echoes.
Is it dark in the church?
As they open, it reveals a 10-foot wide, 20-foot long hallway that leads into a brightly lit chapel, which I will try to reveal on the map, on the table.
She reminds me of Beauty and the Beast when she goes to the castle and opens the door.
Yeah.
It's desolate.
Let's hope he's just gonna throw us in a cell for a day and then fall in love with someone. And not going to rip our souls from our body.
That story has already been done. Okay, now I'm going to transition over there. that is what you can see. The hallway before you is dark, but at the hall's end, you can see where the
Peter
bright
kind of
light
room.
kind of leads into the main sanctuary, if you will.
Cool. I'm gonna stroll in.
Okay.
And is there like, as I enter, is there like a water basin or an alms bowl or anything?
You are going
box, I guess.
to. So when you get to the end of the hallway, we'll say that Ben's moving to the end of the hallway. Let's find out what everybody else is going to
Step
do.
in and look around.
Put your token where you want to step.
Okay, cool. I got a 5 on perception, so I don't see shit.
Your
How
eyes
far
are
are
drawn
you?
toward the bright flickering lights.
2 squares.
I'll go in behind Niley. Celeste, are you coming?
Yep, I just gotta. I gotta get there.
So Ben and you're focused directly going in.
Yeah.
You will see kind of in your peripheral, there's 4 doors, 2 to your left, 2 to your right, but they are like not what you're focusing on. The rest of you will also enter in as he kind of takes the lead. You will also notice these doors off to your left and right of the main hallway. The main hall or sanctuary,
It's rough.
you can say that.
As
You are going to see that it is in shambles. Overturned, broken pews are just scattered all over the floor. Dozens of candles that are mounted in candlesticks and candelabras are lighting this very dust-covered chapel, if you will. The fervent attempt to rid the chapel of shadows is what it feels like, as if he's trying to just consume.
The space with light.
Stop it. Yeah, consume the shadows with light. No, I stole that from somebody else. At the far end of
Hashtag not
at the far end, you're going to see a clawed, scattered altar. And behind, you're going to see kind of the top of the head of what you would assume to be the priest, as he is whispering his prayers. He's dressed in vestments.
before.
And then above the altar, you're going to see a extremely thick rope that runs up to the rafters and is tied into a noose.
It is currently tied into a noose.
Fact.
Cool. I rolled a perception check.
Yep.
Natural 20.
No basin, no water, nothing.
Okay. This particular perception check was to listen for that voice that was described to us.
The only one who heard it would be
I let him
and
know.
she described it.
Yes.
Okay. What was the
It was
total?
a natural 20 for a total of 23.
So as you get to that and you go to step onto the floorboard, it creaks a little bit. You're kind of looking around. You will hear this, "I'm starving," and it filters up through the floor.
So beneath us.
Yep.
Before we go any farther, as I step in the door, I'm gonna say a small, quiet prayer, have a moment of quiet to myself, and use Emboldening Bond on Niley and Celeste,
Okay.
which basically gives you bless for 10 minutes. So you'll have a D4
Go ahead and roll me a religion check for this.
religion check.
Yep.
Ooh.
And just a bit
4.
Yeah, 4.
So as you cast this, you're going to, Ben, you'll be the first one to see it because you're kind of like in the precipice of crossing over. There is a, like the candles flicker as if something is like blowing them. And you throw your spell. Go ahead and give me a wisdom saving throw.
Goody. I like that. Okay, also my wisdom saving throw is 17.
So it is a mental strain to be able to push through this kind of barrier or something that seems to be kind of pressing in. You will cast it, but it's very straining on you.
You'll see me kind of take a knee because obviously my mental capacity is.
And I would have no idea what this is, so I'm gonna look up. When you don't have a roof, it gets a bit drafty.
Like I have
I
an
would-
extreme headache.
Yeah, I'd turn around and just, "Are you okay? What happened?" Would I know that the spell is cast on me?
You would feel the kind of divine magics or energy kind of wave on you.
I'm okay. That was much more difficult than normal. I don't understand.
There's evil in this place.
That must be it. I'm not.
And this is above the table talk. you guys have communicated that we're here to bury Irina's father.
We came to the church to just suss it out, but since we're already in, full send.
Okay. And we need you guys communicated this to me.
I also
Yeah,
wanted to-
the
Yeah.
goal is that we're getting...
Also,
And we
let's
need
check on the father.
a priest to do it, which is what you guys communicated
Could a
before.
cleric also
we can both.
perform the
Yeah.
ceremonial rites?
The plan was that
Yeah,
Rhodes would
'cause
do
the
it.
Biggest thing is you guys, if I remember correctly, had tried to press upon her that you could do all this stuff, create a
Yeah,
pyre.
'cause
She
they-
was insistent that it be Father Donovich and that he is buried in his plot, essentially,
Yeah.
which is prepared.
So we need Donovich to bury the dad in his grave.
Yes.
And
Got
then
it.
she will be compliant. That's all she wants. She wants the relief.
Love a compliant princess. Dirty. Okay.
It took me a second to filter it through my head,
Cool. I'm gonna.
No,
What is
no,
he?
no, no,
So
no.
he's sitting by the noose.
He's kneeling. He is going to be facing like towards the back. Let me see if I can ping it there. Back here in this direction. And we're going to say there's going to be like some stained glass windows.
Okay.
With different religious iconography kind of portrayed in those windows. Some of the windows have been broken, or something may have been thrown through it, or years. His back is toward you. He is in a fervent prayer position. You can just kind of see like the balding spot on the top of his head, and his focus is very fervent.
I rolled a religion check and failed miserably.
but also...
Upon mention of the iconography.
Sure.
I'm gonna step in quietly. Excuse me? Father Donovich, we are in need of your services.
He gets louder as if he's trying to push through with his prayers,
Do I
trying to
recognize
block
the
out
prayer?
your conversation. At this point, it's very... like it's very mumbled or whispered.
I'm gonna continue to walk up, and as I pass this pew here, I'm gonna just trail my finger alongside it, and
It's very dusty.
All right.
Does it seem like more than a year's worth
I'd
of
move up.
destruction here?
It
The holes
feels...
in the roof has happened.
No, it feels as if the time frame would match kind of what you're seeing for the most part as far as like the dust and the dirt. Now some of this other stuff looks like there may be some freshly broken pews or things that may be a little bit fresher than a year.
Okay.
I'm gonna swing up around him, so I come. I do not want to walk up directly behind him. I want to get into his eyesight.
Okay.
Over around here.
Yeah, I'll
Yeah.
swing over to the right. I'll go, excuse me, Father Donovich, you are a priest for this town. We are in need of your services.
Okay, while this is taking place, what does everybody else want to do?
I want to be flanking the doorway. Like on the... Yeah, right here.
You would stay here?
No, I want to be here. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
I just want to be like, alright, ain't nobody leaving this way.
There's also a huge stained glass window. I'm gonna take another look around.
Sure. There is no reply, as if he is going to focus even farther. He starts to begin to rock, and you see that he has prayer beads kind of wrapped in around his hand, and he's praying.
Does this...
Give me an insight check.
Yeah, I was going to say, does this seem medical? Does this seem... Oh, 21. 21.
Okay. One thing you are going to see is that there is some like dried blood kind of draining from his ear, and then you can only assume maybe the next one, as he is just intently praying, and rocking at this point back and forth, trying to reach or make a connection. He's got that whole desperation or plea on his body language. Father!
Jesus Christ.
I'm starving! Feed me! Is what he'll say. As they all wet their pants at the table.
Yeah, literally.
Well, I think we all had at that time.
Is there anything else in this room besides like broken?
I'm going to also let you know, not to cut you off, the floor kind of trembles or vibrates like vibrato, or like a, yes, like almost like a thaumaturgy kind of feel. Those of you who are familiar with magic, it's like, okay, that was thunderous boom.
Excuse me, Father Donovich. I have brought holy people with me to assist you with what you may need.
Do you not see that I am trying to pray? Is what he says as he looks to you. His features are sunken.
Ooh, I
He's
do not like
gaunt.
this guy.
You don't like this version?
I'm going to walk up to him,
He will stand very slow and frail.
and I'm going to smack him across the face.
Okay, yeah, at that point, you don't hit a priest.
Just let me get through this. I'm going to grab him by the chest, and I'm going to smack him across the face, and I say, "You have duties here!"
Okay, go ahead and give me an intimidation and then roll me a d4. Just to see how much physical damage you...
15. Do you want me to add my strength modifier to it?
Are you intending to inflict the damage, or is this kind
It's
of
a
like...
1. No, I'm just trying to
jolt him.
Yeah.
Okay, so you did
Hysteria
1.
ended.
Yeah, just 1.
Okay. You're going to see that it is going to startle him, as if no one touches a man in the cloth, essentially.
Yeah.
This guy does.
That all takes place, and you can see as if... You rung his bell enough to get his attention, but what do you want to do?
I'm storming up there, because no, you don't hit a man in the cloth.
Okay.
Is that what you say?
Yeah, Ben, what are you doing?
Currently, he is not a man of the cloth.
He wears the cloth, so he is a man of the cloth.
You're telling me if I were to put this garb on, you would call me a priest?
You asked me which god I believed in. I know you don't believe in one.
What do the two of you wish to do as this conversation is turning into a debate?
I'm avoiding confrontation and just maintaining literally I got shook by just trying to help my friends.
Yeah.
So I'm kind of in the back, right now I'm probably doing the same thing he was doing, viciously muttering a prayer, you know what I mean?
Gonna viciously be muttering something.
Going through the routine of prayers?
Yeah,
Okay.
I have my eyes on, I'm ready to react, but yeah, my reaction would be not nearly as strong as Niley's. I'm just I don't even know what's going on here. I need to take a
And
minute.
Celeste, your sister charges up into
let her do her
confrontation.
thing.
Okay. Yeah, I just
She's
wanna
learned to
make
stay
sure.
out of the way
Okay.
of righteous.
I didn't have a bucket of water. I would have started with that.
It is quite all right. He'll extend his hand. The gods have told us to show love to even the imbeciles.
I'm so sorry.
Unhand me.
You sound like Donald Trump.
You have my attention.
I'm gonna take my hands off and smooth where I had gripped him.
Sure.
Hello, Father. I'm sorry for such a rude awakening. And I'll look over at Nye when I say that.
Ooh.
We are in need of your services, and you have duties to perform.
I don't know how much service I can be of you. I can't even save myself or my son.
We'll
am
get
broken.
to that for 1 second, as it appears that you have him locked under your basement and starving him.
I am protecting him.
You're protecting him. Lovely.
What ails your son?
Madness, sickness, from the devil.
Can I ask you a question, Father?
I'll make her look at his cloak, his little thing that has little devils on him, and I'm.
Let me ask you.
They're not there now.
Let me ask
If he's displaying, if he's displaying it, you won't see him.
Yeah, I'm in full.
Yeah, then
normal garb.
you won't see what you had saw before.
And I, Father, let me ask you this question. When is the last time you left this church? Your sanctuary.
Nigh sometime a year ago, if that. The only reason I leave is to fetch food for my son and myself. I do not leave the grounds.
Let me ask you this question. Have you seen what is going on outside?
Oh, I know very much what is going on.
And you, and I'll look at Nye again, a man of the cloth, are going to choose to shut yourself inside and not protect your people?
The communication has been broken, is what he's going to say. I have tried to reestablish the connection between the gods and myself to save these people, yet there is no reply, is what he'll say. And he'll kind of flourish himself, and he's going to step kind of on the other side.
Well, when a shepherd abandons his flock, would you not say that the sheep might leave? And that, I don't know, you have no guidance, you have no crook, you have nothing, because you have abandoned your town and your vows.
But if I cannot provide the comfort in the sanctuary, because I cannot attune or get in touch with my God. What use am I to just be like a charlatan who lies to the flock, who deceives them, who tells them things are going to be all right when their children and their loved ones are plucked like chickens by a wolf or a fox from the house?
Lovely. You have not only shuttered yourself inside and away from the world, you have convinced yourself that one person is better than the rest. That one person deserves your love more than others. That's what you've decided.
He's quiet.
Father, the connection is seldom there, but it is there. I felt it today. I felt my God today.
Do not listen to them, is what you hear from the floor as some of the loose bits of debris and things kind of dance across it.
Is he still? Did he stand up or did he stay kneeling?
He stand.
No, he stood up and he's kind of slowly walked away to get away from Ben.
I will. During the course of that exchange, I feel like I will just kind of gain lucidity, and
That's gonna make a difference, but
kind of shore myself back up. You know, gaining some peace, even if it was just from the ritual of prayer, even if it didn't, nothing happened or nothing was gained, and try to walk up to the priest and gently take his hand and.
It's cold and frail.
Father.
Yes?
I understand what you're going through. I, too, have lost so much. What my friends, I think, are trying to impress upon you is how dire the situation is and how much of a hand is lost by you being locked in here. Now, please, take a deep breath and gather your thoughts. We're here to help. And we'd like to understand what's going on better. What is it
I cannot leave! As he kind of breaks down and begins to become emotional.
What stops you from leaving?
My son, if I am to leave, and he is not cared for, he will wreak havoc. He will be the bringer of death. He will be the reason the town no longer exists. You don't understand. I'm doing what I can.
Seems like there's a pretty easy solution.
Take a deep breath. Let's give your son a name. What's your son's name?
ooh.
His name is Duro.
And how long has Dura been in such a state?
Ever since he returned back from a quest over a year ago.
A year ago.
To deal with the devil upon the hill.
Devil on the hill. The vanilla guy.
Like vanilla bean up
I
there.
believe it's Vanilla Bean.
We've had some encounters with what we might think is the same person.
Vanilla bean.
Then you should be afraid for your lives if you've encountered and seen this.
I live in a current state of fear. So, let us empathize on that
I
level.
must be honest, all I see is a man who has abandoned his faith. And until he decides to step up, what use can we be?
We must empathize and we must try to see his side, or else he'll just continue to protect his false sense of what is right. He's lost sight of it. So, if the only thing
Clearly, this is a facsimile of a sanctuary.
Ben, if the only thing we can gain is information about what happened to his son, then we're better off for it. It's 1% more than we had before. And he obviously, getting him into hysterics is not going to help anything.
I seem to have gotten him out of his hysterics.
Father.
It's just a silent seething.
What? You say Endbringer. Like, you make him sound as if he were cursed or blessed with some significant evil power. Is that what's happening here?
He is indeed the Lord of Shadow, the one that stalks his prey at night. He devours and consumes who he wishes.
Your son.
Should we be...
No, his ruiner, Lord Zarovich is what he'll say.
Lovely.
The one who has placed the curse of never-ending consumption, always starving is what he'll say. All I hear, hour after hour, is how he is starving. He is hungry. I feed him, yet he is never quenched. He is angry. He wishes more, and he cries, "Father, Father, Father! And you can see he's like bordering insanity at this point.
And when you try to feed him, what are you trying to feed him?
A proper meal, that's what he'll say.
Does he eat?
He just tosses it, insults me with it, tells me it is disgusting, that he needs real nourishment, that I am no longer his father. He seeks what his father can provide him. I do not understand what I have done to deserve this. I have been faithful to the god, the one who brings warmth and light. Yet he turns his back upon this town, and I do not understand why. I try to connect with him. I reach through the power of prayer, yet nothing. As if a wall or barrier has been placed upon this. A curse is what he'll say.
I will, again, try to capture his gaze and say, I'm not sure how your deity operates. It sounds like they're very caring and loving.
If you still have connection with yours, you should cherish it while it lasts, is what he says. And if I was you, I would run and find a way from this hellish place.
This man has forsaken his oath. His vows.
This man is losing his son.
For every story that I've heard about a child losing their parents, I'm sorry, I have no sympathy for that.
A parent losing their child?
Either way, I'm sorry. But I look at this as an opportunity for a man to stand up for those that he made promises to, that he made bargains with. And I'm sorry, I look at this and this man has given up. And you want these services?
This man is running out of options.
It sounds like, based on his description...
What you got?
Natural 20. Somebody please come look at this, because I don't want to...
Yeah.
Based on his descriptions, I'm trying to identify what his son is. This malady, this illness.
Sure.
Is that
So that would be a...
nature?
No, it'd be more like a medicine.
Oh.
So total 21.
Yeah. And what do you think it is?
To me, it sounds like, with the information I have,
Sure.
undead, not eating food, saying he's starving,
No way.
seeking what he wants from his father.
Correct.
Lemon.
This person sounds like a vampire.
Yeah, that's a good assumption.
I'll walk away from Ben at this point, and I will
You can.
also approach Father Donovich, and kind of like get his attention and just. But Father Donovich, if your son is as evil as you say he is, if we cannot cure him, he should not stay.
And you're saying that we feel like skittering underneath our feet?
No power, like
The screams they carry the power of like a thaumaturgy, kind of like vibrating the floorboards.
Got it.
You can feel it. You can see the kind of dust and rubble kind of dance across the floor when he gets angry.
I would like to do something a little crazy.
So here's how this is going to play. You approach and you have your words with Donovich.
yeah.
One thing you definitely notice with your passive, which is good enough to notice, there's a silhouette of something in his pocket. You're pretty sure it's a wooden stake or something to that effect. I'll give you that. The next thing is you also look around and notice Celeste is no longer in the room.
Can you?
You will
I'm gonna
hear
take it over here, too.
you will hear a distant kind of on the door from the entry point. So you knock on the door. It is silent. It is quiet.
Let's see if the door is open. Or unlocked, I mean.
It is. It feels unlocked.
Well, I'm gonna open and peek in, because
Sure.
I'm nosy and chaotic.
Yeah.
I done walked around the whole room.
I know you've had too much time to not do
So-
anything.
So when you do
We're
that,
perfect. We're doing a distraction conversation, and you're out here trying to
you
figure
are
out
going
the
to see
actual
that this
thing.
is
I think
a.
Ben is just seeing red. There's not a whole lot firing between his ears.
This is definitely a
Fair.
bedroom.
Niley's
It's
also
very
seeing red.
dirty. It's lightless. The room contains a wooden bed with
did
a
also
straw-filled
talk to her
mattress,
dogs, so she's actually
and then mounted above the bed's head board is a wooden holy symbol that is not upright.
Oh. Not going in this room.
So
Well, would I know what that means? I guess that's a religion.
that's a religion. I'll give you advantage because your sister literally is religious.
And yeah, I do be
I
practicing the
plus your
religion.
My religion's a +0.
Does it separate?
You also
what
have
it
guidance,
feels like as we
right?
walk across the
Unless it's
ground,
been 10 minutes.
What separates
Oh,
us is
we do.
just the floorboard,
So +4.
or does it feel like there's
It's just
floorboard
a
on
D4.
top of something?
You would feel as if it's just the floorboard.
Well, I rolled a 4 and a 5 and got 1 on.
So
Plus.
you were not paying
So-
attention when your sister was trying to educate you the
No.
propers of religion and symbols and things and how they play in. Okay, and then back to you.
So yeah, just essentially like if he's evil, there isn't much hope left for him.
Well,
That's
it's
what
not
you're-
as simple as that, but yes.
I'm putting a pin in that.
So you're kind of channeling that.
Yeah.
So I would say even like you're getting a sense that this was the glint of fading hope. He is the glint of fading hope.
Yeah.
And what lurks below the floor is evil.
As much as I hate to admit, Ben is correct.
And you're gonna turn around and Ben literally has a dagger to his palm. And he's gonna hear that go, oh, okay, all right. And he's gonna put the dagger away.
We'll put a pin in that. Ben is correct. The people do need you, and I understand you haven't felt your God. But
Do you know what it feels like not to feel what you've connected with and bonded with and was able to help people with? It's cold.
it is.
Every
And
day,
so-
every minute we've been here.
Yeah. Ever since we came here, yes.
Then you should understand. Try absorbing and dealing with that disconnect, that loss for a year or
And
more.
let me just to be clear, because you are not a father to one, you are a father to many. Let me ask you this question. If you feel like that you have lost your connection to your higher power, your authority, don't you think that by abandoning the people here you are doing the same? Is that not hypocritical of yourself?
Welcome to the church. Sorry.
He's going to say, and he says, while you do not deny what you claim to have,
Claim? Look around! Your sanctuary is in disrepair! When is the last time someone stepped through these doors and sought your comfort? And you ask people to help you save your son? Where's the exchange?
I never asked for you to come save my son or anyone else.
I think what my friend Ben is trying to say is that faith itself is trust. And when you can't feel the light, it's the most important time to have faith that it's there. And to embrace the knowledge that you know what's happened to you and your experience in the past, and your God will be there and is still there and is just not in communication with you.
Is there anything shiny on this altar?
No, I think it's
Look over
just...
this way. Turn your face this way,
Yeah.
please.
I would also tack on at the end, you also have to find a way, Father. I don't feel my God all the time, but I found a way to feel him, to know him.
And for a
And
year,
honestly, repeating the same thing over and over again is nothing if not the definition of insanity.
There's nothing shining on the altar, sorry.
so in a very kind of...
Lies! Lies is what you hear.
I'm gonna
Do not listen to them. My father will take care of all of them. He will feed me. He has already provided 4 morsels in which I can sup upon. Come find me. I'm not hard to find.
I'm sorry.
not
There's
stomping
no
on the ground.
there's no reply to it.
I'm going to...
Okay, it opens.
I'm sorry. Father Dernovich, I want to make sure that I heard your insipid son say these words correctly. You have provided him 4 morsels, or is he referring to us?
And was it you, or was it somebody else?
And I am staring this motherfucker down.
His eyes kind of quiver as if he's
I'm an insight check that.
sure.
Getting suspicious, like...
16.
You're going to get an insight to where no, he did not set this into motion as far as like purposefully, if it will. But you're getting the sense that you are the meals. would say that your insight is good enough to know that the four of you are the four morsels he's referring to. Does that make
I'm
sense?
such a snack.
So entering into this room, Celeste, as you
here's-
continue to
yeah,
quest, you're going to find out that this seems to be some sort of office with an old desk. There's a chair that stands against the south wall of this room. There's a wooden holy symbol mounted above the desk. It is a sunburst, about 10 sunburst. It is also not quite upright. There's a 10-foot long iron rod attached to the north wall that stands bare, suggesting a tapestry once hung there. And against the far wall stands a wooden cabinet with 4 tall doors.
I'm gonna fix the sun first,
Sure.
so that it's back where it should be.
Sure.
And I want to search the cabinet.
Sure. So opening up the cabinet, it's pretty easy to do. There is, at first glance, a tinder box. There's a few wooden boxes full of candles you can see. Some of them are well used. There's a hymn book. It's Hymns to the Dawn. A volume of Chants to the Morning Lord. And the Blade of Truth is another one in there.
A book? Or a blade?
It's a book.
Okay.
It's like snap, grab them.
Yeah.
And when you get to looking at this book, essentially you're going to get... Well, I'm sorry. It's a continuation. So it's the Blade of Truth continuing, say, the uses of logic in the war against Diabolist?
Diabolist?
There you go.
I don't know if that's right or not.
I'm pretty sure it is. Diabolist. It is when I look at it with my good eyes. Heresies as fought by the Almost Inquisition is what the title of the book is.
Okay.
Who's on?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
I already rolled damage for this. Ben is going to get very quiet. And he's going to walk to dead center of the room. And as he walks there, he's going to go, Father Donovich, clearly your eyes needs must be open. What happened to your son is not a test. What happened to your son is not... but maybe simply the machinations of whatever this devil on the hill is. But understand there are 3 things to do in adversity. Push through, bend, or break.
And these bats will come kind of like through the door of the chapel, and they will swirl around the room.
So it is your turn to decide if you are going to push through, bend, or break. And I'm going to take the dagger and slice my hand open and just
As you
bottom
do,
of the floorboards.
as you do, that's when the bats kind of get around and all those candles will all go out. So it's like kind of like a cyclone of bats.
I'd like to take
They
a
go out
protective
and up.
position around like
You
Donald.
you will hear the as blood dripping from his hand, and then you will hear
Now face pure circumstance and step up.
you'll hear the disheveling of stone, rock, pebbles, dirt, something below. You hear.
That is what you want to save. That is no longer your son.
At this
can you
point,
move me in
he's
front
going to
of
go
Father
into
Donovich?
the broken stage, to where it's just this kind of, you know, you understand
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like, he's just lost. He has no words to basically justify.
I'm gonna look at.
Trying
I'm
not
gonna
to
look at
snuff
my.
out his
I'm
hope.
gonna look at. There was a. I.
He was the light in this church.
It's not dead. It's not dead yet.
And the bats have all found their way out of the roof with the holes at this point.
This is a man of the cloth.
Will you move me diagonal? I want to not face off against
You'll
him,
hear-
but in front
Here?
of.
You'll hear this kind of subtle
Here.
from downstairs, and you'll hear this deep guttural was is what you'll hear kind of raise up through the floor. And it's quiet.
I'm going to, having seen all of this and experienced everyone's ire, in my attempt to placate and make nice, I will walk up to. So if you want to put me here, I'm gonna walk up to Father Donovich and
He has since stood and is beginning to walk directly towards the altar.
Yes, and I am too. I'm gonna take a cue from him, and I'm going to kneel. Is he gonna kneel and pray?
I just want to know what you want to do.
My plan was to put my arm
he just
around.
got put on suicide watch, so
I'm gonna put my arm around him, or put my hand on his back, and then kneel along with him.
Okay, well, he doesn't kneel, so when your hand goes around his back, it's kind of like he's gonna, he's starting to climb up on the altar.
Oh.
yeah. Is my passive good enough to?
I was going to try and
actually, I'm just gonna
be
inside.
It's
friendly.
pretty obvious. It's literally not.
Yeah, no, would like to yank him down.
Sure. Easy enough. You'll grab a hold of him.
Father.
His eyes stare directly at the noose.
No, Father,
ready
that
to
is
go.
not the way to go. Your people still need you, as much as I hate to admit.
From the adjacent room or the next door room, since you're in that office area, you hear. That's all you hear.
Can we? Oh.
Do we hear banging of the door?
I feel like you're too focused on trying to.
Yeah, I
prevent
am.
On a 19 perception, can I tell if he's doing this at his own free will, or else is he being invited without, you know what I mean?
His own free will. You're gonna get based off everything that's transpired. That is gone.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's not
he's
I'm
under,
done and I'm gonna kill myself. He's
he's under some sort of influence. Kind of happened after it was the blood droplets on the floor and all the noise beneath.
Okay. I'm gonna change tactic and look at Niley and say, should we tie him to something?
Oh, that just feels wrong. Oh.
I mean, not...
As I'm still probably trying to wrestle him off the altar, I'm sure,
He doesn't give it's kind of a catatonic.
Yeah.
He'll try to move
And
towards it, and he's pretty easy to kind of subdue or restrain.
I don't want to spend a spell.
I would like.
No, don't.
This is the intention of what I'm about to do.
Sure.
I would like to. Everything I've learned, every trick, how I was taught to speak and be charming, I am reaching into the deepest reserves I have to pull this out of me. And as I'm wrapping my hand, I'm gonna walk up to the father and goes, "We can save your son. We can save this town. But you need to wake up."
Okay.
As a 14
give me
insight.
persuasion.
Is this the door that was
Yeah.
down
Right
there?
next door.
Again? 20?
That. Somebody look at that.
Another 20?
That's where all my 20s
Somebody look
are
at
going.
I left that one there too, so everybody can see that one.
That's where all my 20s are going.
Great.
I love it. I love it when everybody's like, I'm risking it for the biscuit. My persuasion is 25.
I'm gonna say that the depth of the conversation and everything has taken place. It strikes an accord deep down that either was locked away, forgotten, or being on the verge of snuffed out. That hope, and there's kind of this spark. There's this intense kind of feeling of hope that once again rekindles and kind of lights. And I'll say as a symbolism, you'll see the candles all relight within the interior.
Oh.
And that bright light is kind of shown or
Can I...
evident.
My idea with...
You are right, is what he'll say.
Now don't abandon your
He
children.
will put his hand on your shoulder and you will feel kind of a gentle squeeze of someone who's needed to get that kick in the ass, that spark, yes, correct.
I would like to try to help him connect.
You will hear, as you go to the door and put your hand on the door, "It's too late." And it kind of rolls as a growl underneath the door. And you believe you see kind of this mist or smoke, and then back.
I'm gonna say, I'm just the Niley. I don't know if you can hear me from that far.
Oh, it's quiet enough, I'm sure.
Yeah, head would literally just
Sister sounds.
Yeah.
You'll see her with her hands on the door, kind of like she's listening through it, but she's calling you in this way that
Yeah. The I just broke a vase and mom's gonna be pissed way,
Yeah.
or
I'm in danger.
you may want to direct your attention elsewhere.
I'd like to try to find, if I can
yeah, move me down there by you.
get holy with this guy and see if I can help him connect, even if it's just for a hot second to be boop, like, look, see, like...
Well, at this point, you're talking about Father Donovich?
Yeah.
At this point, based off everything that's taken place, it's easy enough to do to where he's going to find that you're a cleric.
No, I meant, like,
Cleric
help him connect with
Right.
his god. If it's possible.
Okay, so, alright, so you gather him up now that he's kind of had that change of heart. You
Come
go
on,
to
you're
the
doing
altar,
great. Look, yes.
and you guys will go and...
Yeah, I was like, it's
Sure.
like I just opened the window, but I can't.
Yeah, no, I got it.
have
So
zero-
now you're shepherding the lost father
Let's-
back to the flock, and sure.
Let us just try one more time. I will say my prayers,
Sure.
you say yours, and maybe together our powers, our connection can be...
Go ahead and make a religion check, and while this is taking place, what are the rest of you doing?
I've been given no indication
No,
of what's
that's a
happening.
5.
I'm trained on this guy at the altar.
Celeste said my name, so I'm down there.
I got a 5.
About to berate you for going and
So
sneaking around a
prayers
church.
are starting.
Yes.
You can all hear them. They are growing strong, loud. They're happening. You make your way to your sister.
Yeah.
You're...
Actually, you know what I would love to do?
I would love to know.
The noose is above
Directly
the altar.
above the altar.
I'm gonna see that Niley's not looking at me, and I would like to cut the noose from the rope.
Sure.
And you know what? I want to ring the bell.
Okay.
Toll the dead.
It's just a mass toll the dead.
I wish I would have thought
That
of
would
that.
kill me.
Dang it! No, I didn't say anything.
So when you go look to the bell, you
Hold
can
on.
see that it is in disrepair. So you could
Oh.
attempt to do it, but you're gonna have to
Ben
work.
Franklin's
to do
vineyard.
I'm not telling you you can. I'm telling you.
I'm
it's
trying to, like, I don't know churches. I'm like, this is
Inspire
what church
hope.
people do.
gonna- Sure.
I'm trying, yes, and I'm not just trying to wake up this guy. I'm trying
Sure.
to wake up the town,
Sure.
Great.
So you're gonna focus on trying to make the bell ring.
and I'm gonna ring the bell.
Okay. So
Attempts to
you will
ring
be
the bell.
tied up for a little bit trying to figure that
That's fine.
out.
I was gonna say.
You're
That's fine.
tied up with prayers, and the two of you are now at the spooky door in a haunted movie. For a
As you
horror
walk
movie.
up, she's got her hands on the door, her head kind of like this looking at you, and she just goes with this look like, he's on the other side of this door.
Hate that. Hate that. Would I be able to tell if the door opens inwards or outwards?
It opens in.
In. Okay. Good. Are there?
So that's good, but okay.
Because you can kick in a door, you
Yeah.
can't kick out a door.
Sure.
Yeah, but it also means that if you guys are trying to barricade it, he can just open it.
Well, I was gonna say, are there like door handles?
There is.
So could I reasonably, to essentially try to barricade the door, tie a rope to one of the handles and then tie another across the hall?
If you like to try.
I'm gonna tell you just, I mean, you can do what you want, but she's just gonna say, I don't know if that's going, I don't know if the door is enough to hold him in.
Why?
Even with the door shut,
She didn't see the mist, so she doesn't know why you're saying that, so.
I'm just saying, like, I don't know if he can get around, even with the shut door, he may still be able to get around it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Would you have announced the vampire theory out loud, or could I make a
I
theory
did.
of my own with this wooden stake in his pocket? And
I
I was
think-
pretty clear with, like,
Yeah.
what it was.
I think
The
with
blood,
the expose and all the everything that was going on, essentially, you guys would all know. Okay, he's.
what check would I make to know anything about vampires?
It's a history check.
History?
Sure.
Has it been 10 minutes?
Yeah, I feel like it's definitely been 10
Sure.
minutes.
We'll give you 10 minutes.
Oh wait, no, it's for my
Yeah, bonding thing, so I just wanted to know if I had the D4 still.
Yeah, sure.
Great.
foot murder.
That's dead.
That was the sign that it's been more than 10 minutes.
Yeah,
Get out of
literally.
here.
That'll be an 11.
I mean, you know of them.
Never dealt with them.
You know the best way to kill one. Stake through the heart.
Yeah, stick through the heart.
Kill him with kindness.
Nope.
Big old smile.
I
Go
don't
ahead,
think
Ben,
that's
and give me an athletics or an acrobatics to try to make your way up this tower to try to get to the best place you can try to get this bell working.
Oh, that's a D12.
Okay.
That's not a D20.
It's gonna.
10.
Okay, it's gonna take you a little bit, but you feel like you've examined it enough and you've got a good concept on how you're gonna get this thing ring-a-ding-a-dinging.
Okay.
Okay.
I know if just because I'm assuming I would have worked for like a clergy for at least a little bit, started training, all that type of stuff.
Sure.
Like the skill level it takes to kill a vampire.
Is it like a level 2-ish?
I mean,
3?
Is it like a level 2 type of thing?
if
Is
it's
it
like a
level 8
really
type of thing?
grown-up vampire,
Oh.
like it's gonna take a little bit more level 2. But if it's like a little baby
Who's been
fawn,
starved for like a while?
he's got a little blood in him
He's
now.
not starved now.
Yeah.
I gave him 2 points of health, guys. It's not like I drained myself over this fucking, like... I only took 2 points of damage from my... Why does it say I'm dead?
Because he took all the life from you.
But, like, straight up it says I'm dead. That's hilarious. Okay. Sorry, go back. Keep doing your things. I'm gonna fix that.
I don't know. Now he's like blood crazed.
Yeah, and we're very ripe for the picking.
Anybody? Anything down here?
Yes,
I'm
Agua.
okay.
Label's gone.
I have no knowledge of any of this, nor do I have anything to fight against it. So this is like...
The door handle slowly turns.
We have a singular...
I would like to grab it.
We have a singular stake in the room.
Yeah. I would like to
And a lot of wood.
hold it.
Okay. give me a strength saving throw.
There's a lot of wood.
Like,
You also have the arrow.
While we...
Yeah, I guess.
guys.
Is what you all will hear. See to them is what he will say. The father being to
7.
you. I have this.
Celeste, I might need a little
Right.
help.
What do you have?
7.
The door. You pull it.
I want to grab like on top of her hands to help pull.
Okay. You pull it, both of you. Close it.
I'm gonna hold my hand out before I walk away from Father and imply, like, I want your steak.
He will give it to you.
Okay. Got a vampire steak.
Not gonna roll with that dice.
It's very high iron.
I'm up in the... I'm
It's
up in the
rolled
belt tower,
solidly
right?
under
You
10.
are, and it is in very bad disrepair. It's
fine.
very dangerous up there.
That's fine.
You will see one singular rope
do
that you can Quasimodo
using this one.
this thing.
The other one rolled a 5 as well.
Right? Right. Sanctuary.
Sanctuary.
Yeah, can someone please?
That is the actual last
Or
one for
you
the
can
building.
end
It's
up
this
like
guy.
Batman
Too stupid to
89,
not
one of the two.
I mean... Yeah, I'm gonna try to fix it. Or attempt to ring...
Give me
ring-
athletics or acrobatics to jump and grab the rope.
We're fine. 18.
Yep. So you leap onto it and you will feel it dislodge and
Wish that were
give,
me.
and it will literally go down a foot, and it'll pull you back up because it's
Because
very
it's a...
heavy.
Boom.
Yep, and it begins to swing, and there's a lot of dust and debris that begins to fall down the bell tower shaft. But it is
That's what I
now
felt like earlier with like dusting in my mouth.
bong, bong, and now you feel
Yep.
you got momentum on your side. It probably will ring for several minutes.
Cool.
Okay.
That would end my turn, but I'm gonna start making my way down.
Okay.
Do we perceive any, like...
I mean, you all hear the massive
Can we
bell
tell
ringing.
if that affects the thing on the other side of the door at all?
I rolled a 20 in religion to see if, like, there was any feeling about, like, I don't know, did it stir up any kind of gaudy feelings when you rang the
Doesn't
bell?
seem to.
Like to just do not a basic prayer, but like one of like get back evil. Specifically, nope, that's a 6 religion.
Going on get.
I apparently forgot how to pray.
Power of
You're
Christ
distracted.
consumes you.
Christ consumes
The
you.
power of the morning lord.
Kind
Makes
of
you
lose
fart.
my idea for a minute.
Okay. I mean, you guys sit there. You hear the bell. In between the bell, it gets kind of quiet. You don't hear anything beyond the door.
I'm making my way. If you want to put me, like, right here, kind of like making my way back towards
Making
the...
my way down.
We need a plan.
Okay, my plan was going to be to tie doors together, but
I'm gonna walk up to Niley a little bit and be like, I have a steak!
Stage whisper.
Yeah, like, I'm trying to whisper, but I'm like, anybody would be able to hear it.
yeah. I feel
We're
like
both obviously like
Yeah.
holding onto this door handle.
Just, I'm like this, I'm like, I brought a steak!
Right.
Can
okay.
you stab? Is anyone going to be proficient with that weapon?
It's an improvised weapon.
I'm not very strong. I use the faith of my gods to help me. So, I can try. But it might be better served in your very strong and capable hands.
Would you consider a strength weapon or a dex weapon?
I would say probably...
It has to be strength. You're driving it through a freaking sternum, dude.
I don't know. I think it would be a dex because of, you know, like, it's dagger size. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it would be more of a finesse. You could use it. Either one. I think finesse is the one where you can use it either one, correct? Mm-hmm. Yeah, so there you go. It's finesse.
Versatile.
There you go. Versatile.
Yep.
There we go. Thank you.
Because it's like, am I slipping it up under the ribs or am I trying to punch through a sternum?
Oh, between the third and fourth rib.
Jesus.
Calm down, Pulp Fiction.
Do we feel any resistance, like pulling on our... I don't think we should let go.
What's going on over here?
Someone's trying to open the door. Something. Oh,
Something?
trying to.
Someone?
Oh yeah, I almost had it.
Passive will
back
hear
there?
nothing.
Who's back there?
Don't think it's good.
Where's
You
the
make your way
sun?
down from the bell tower at this time. Like, you've made your way down.
And you see the three stooges.
You will hear the revitalized, fervent prayer of Father Donovich. As if you can see this, the hope is growing.
Cool.
The conversation, everything took place is vastly improved.
The rag that I'm sure I'm bleeding through on my hand.
Sure.
That's the hand I want to put on his shoulder.
Sure. Okay.
Just press it down and be like, we'll take care of this.
Okay. You feel a sudden kind of thump or bump or something underneath the floor, and dust settles like a.
Underneath us?
Oh yeah, you can feel it. You hear like a crack, and
Cool.
then dust and grit fall through the cracks.
Is there, with all the shattered pews that I have around me, is there a stake? I would like to investigate for a stake.
There's enough there. You could definitely improv a stake.
Cool.
I got a steak! Ben?
You see us just holding a door with everything we have.
Fifi, I am so proud of you.
I'm smiling so big.
Stake in one hand, rapier in the other, and I'm going to post up right by Father Donovich.
Okay.
I feel like...
Let's see what the Three Stooges were.
And I'm going to ready an attack.
Okay.
All right.
And what I'm waiting for is something to burst through the floor.
My worst nightmare.
We don't have any idea there's like a floor. I don't have any idea there's a floor implication. I just think that this door's about to fly open.
That's what I think, so...
I'm gonna say there's a room right behind us with a door that closes we could back right into.
And
Pull a rope from the other door and open it. Wait, it goes the other way.
it goes in. That's why we're holding it.
I mean, you could just see if it opens itself, and Fiolova could be standing there with a stake.
Yeah.
Cool. Yep. I'll
Yeah,
be bait.
plan.
I'll be bait.
We're...
Ladies, the floor is moving over here.
The
You
floor
see, like, Niley was on a countdown and she just,
What?
like...
The door was moving over here.
Good
saw
thing there are 4 of us. 4 delicious morsels. Ripe for the picking.
You feel the floor shift and drop a half-inch from where you're standing. As if,
He's right underneath me.
possibly, and he's thumping or bashing on something below you.
Do we see any shift in that?
You would see him go, the half-inch, like drop a half-inch, I'm sure, because he would try to catch
I
his
would
breath.
love
Maybe
to
abandon
take
the
just
door
a
idea?
Step back.
Sure.
I feel like we should abandon the whole building.
Can you step me just one step north?
There are 4 of us, so... Okay, you stand here with the stake.
Got it.
Stand here,
Smiling.
and I will go stand over there. And then move me to...
What is this
I
accomplishing?
guess right there.
Just,
2 birds, 1 stone. 4 birds, 2 stones.
Yes. Yes.
4 birds, we're all idiots, and we're probably gonna die.
We're doing great.
Yeah. And I will ready also to smack, hopefully. Greatsword.
Okay.
And then we just wait.
Yeah, I'm still readying an action. My primary concern is Father Donovich. Even though I fucking hate this guy. And my second, I really don't like him, which I was not expecting to happen. And the second thing, I'm waiting for something to punch through the floor.
Okay.
I'm gonna, once Niley walks away, I'm gonna get really uncomfortably close to Celeste and be like, what is going on?
There is what sounds like an explosion in the room that you are standing at where you're holding the door. Just you alone, correct?
I'm holding a
Sounds as
stake.
It sounds as if there's just this spray of wood and splinters just inside the room.
Oh.
She would have heard that too, right?
Oh yeah, it's clear.
Okay, well,
Everyone
look at you and
probably
be
would have
like-
heard that.
That's what's going on.
There's something in there. Obviously.
Oh no, I think it's just the building moving. It's an old building, so.
Now you hear what sounds like skittering above you, like it would be on the roof or ceiling in the room. Try as you might. I'm coming for you. That's what you'll hear. The two of you only is low enough to hear.
You ready with that steak?
Smiles.
I'm participating.
I'm doing stuff.
I feel like should I just open the door and get out of the way?
I don't have any better ideas. We gotta at least, it sounds like they're above us,
That
so we
was the
gotta like
original
at
idea.
least, like,
It sounds like he's on the ceiling of the room.
he's like on the roof
Yeah.
skittering around.
No, not the roof.
The
Ceiling
ceiling.
of this
Still
room.
in the room.
Correct.
Okay.
He's gonna get out one way or another. Should we just let him out?
I feel like knowledge is power.
We just can't let him out of this church.
Well,
Like-
Yeah.
I was literally gonna
Like
back right
this,
out the
and
front
then
door.
all of the windows.
Some of them are boarded up.
Are these doors or windows?
Windows.
Okay. I couldn't tell if those were steps or.
So currently, his point of release is here.
Or the stained glass.
Right. So double doors, and then so basically we need to keep him trapped in this space, or in this room.
Well, then you guys need to move. Hey guys,
Yeah.
he's right here. Or something is right here.
You know what I would like to do? I would like to purposefully walk over the space that dropped half an inch,
Yeah.
and I want to not walk over it. I want to test it to see if it's been weakened, or if it's still
Can
passable.
we ping
It's passable.
where
Okay.
It's
It
definitely
dropped
passable, but
here.
you will hear creaking.
He was right here.
Okay.
Okay.
You're not a carpenter, I'm sure, but you're under the assumption that this is probably being
This guy,
held up
totally
by
a carpenter.
some sort of beams or supports.
Okay.
It's not like
I'm gonna park it here.
Here?
Yeah.
okay.
I'll
Is there a?
actually
This
stay
thing
there.
has been assailed. Is there a drop bar for these doors?
On the inside?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. You can lock it from the inside.
Yeah,
For sure.
that's what I'm gonna choose to do instead.
Okay, so
can
you
tell-
go to the double doors, close it. You'll see the large kind of
Yep.
4x4 plunk it into the iron bars that kind of bar it up.
Move
Yep,
me up
done.
one square.
Ben, we're gonna open this door.
Lovely.
You all ready?
Ready?
Do it.
She's gonna literally back right up into this room.
Like you let it go.
Yeah, and I'm backing straight back into this room.
I've readied the stake. I'm just gonna ready a swing it at
I'm
any.
also ready an attack.
Okay.
I'll do the word of radiance if I see it. Because I
Let's
have
roll
to see it.
initiative.
But oh, amazing. I would like to. This is. I'm tweaking the hide rule a little bit because the intention is I would love to get sneak attack on this if I can. I want to make it look like I'm going to attack with the rapier with the stake up my sleeve. So I am attacking with the stake, but instead of hiding myself, I'm hiding the weapon.
Okay.
Will you say that counts as a hide action?
I would say you could use a hide action, use sleight of hand for it.
Amazing.
And then go ahead and give me your
Agility.
initiative. Let's say Celeste, go ahead.
18.
Oh, initiative.
And Filova?
11. Double digits.
Nice.
Niley?
Alright, cleric out here.
5.
Nope. Switch spots.
Ben.
I literally, everything
Wait,
is
do it
just
again.
bad. That was good. Actually, that would have been better.
15 plus 4.
That's.
What is your sleight of hand?
That was 19.
Okay.
As well, actually.
Pretty sure that's pretty concealed. It's pretty good. Okay. Well, Ben, you are first to act.
I should have.
I'm readying an action.
And your action is ready for...
The intention is to apparently shove it up between the third and fourth rib.
That's crazy. Who would know that information?
I feel, yeah, that's interesting. Okay, action is held.
And will we say that the stake counts as hidden?
Oh, it's hidden.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Would I get sneak attack on that if it makes connection?
Yes.
Okay.
It's gonna be very obvious I'm not.
Celeste, you're next. You back into the room.
So I scream and run out of the stick.
The door like opens up and you back right up after you let go.
Do I see anything?
You see nothing but a dark room, and that's it.
Like dark enough that like you can't see in it?
No, you can see in it. It's not like unnaturally dark. It's just a dark room.
Okay.
Like light will spill into it, like through the doorway because it's
Yeah.
lighter on in the hallway.
Of the brightly lit spaces,
Yes.
this is not one of them.
Correct.
I'm gonna use my action to fix the cross on the wall.
Sure.
And
Love
then
Just take it off the wall.
I'm gonna have my
Shoot at your bow.
long bow hold out.
Sorry.
I'm not holding an action obviously because I just used it, but
We know
unless
that.
that was my free object interaction.
I'll give you a free object interaction.
Okay, well
sure.
then she's gonna hold an action with her longbow, like
Sure. Okay. Action held. Fialova.
You'll notice when the door opens that she'll take a false like like she's been ready to strike, and so she's gonna do one of those like the door opens, and, but not see nothing happen. Like
Best
nothing.
across you go. Great job.
But she sees in time that there's nothing there, so
Sure.
she's like tries to play it off like yeah. I was just like getting my deck
Pumping up.
Yeah. So I would ready a stake.
Practicing stabbing.
I would ready a
Right.
stake strike,
Okay.
aiming for the chest.
Third.
Third and fourth rib.
Yes.
I know what ribs are.
Yeah,
I'm a
Katie
sci-
told me.
I'm a medical
Okay.
scientist.
Sure.
So, being that Ben is at the front door, kind of looking at a weird angle, you're not going to see exactly. The only one who's really going to see something take place is probably Celeste, because you got a straight on view, and what you see is this kind of gangly leg come down from the ceiling, and then like very slowly kind of crawling, like it went across the ceiling and then kind of down the top of the door. And then you just see the leg kind of plunk down, and then he kind of like drops down into a Shmuel pose, if you will.
Love
He's
it.
got these awesome evil features, and he's going to just lunge straight at you because you're the only thing he sees. So he is going to.
my reaction first.
Yeah.
Me too.
Well, yeah, our reactions are what we were holding. Correct?
Right, exactly. So he's going to spring here so that everyone be able to trigger their action. So as he's in midair, you're firing, and you'll be kind of see him out of the doorway to trigger your action. So the first strike with the arrow,
I have 13.
that's going to miss. And then go ahead and give me let's do a fear
Like,
check
does
on
he
this.
seem like unnaturally quick? Like he just
Yeah.
What do
Yep.
you mean by fear check? Like a wisdom save?
So that is
Or an
going
advantage, by the way.
to be
Because of something
a.
We're flanking.
Oh yeah.
So would that make it
I'm trying to look right. I think it is a wisdom save.
because
Why
I
would you
don't know
apply?
if actually the
I have
state
a
counts
3.
as a
So
We would just
you are
apply- we get no
going
proficiency
to
bonus to that. We would just
Yeah.
apply
fail.
whatever our
Dex
decks
or
are.
yeah.
So you are going to gain a fear point. So keep track of how many fear points that you have, because this frightened the ever-living fuck out of you. Your arrow misses. Is there anything else you want to do as he's mid-air, coming right towards you?
Well, it's not my turn. It was just a reaction.
Okay. We have 2 other held actions, or
Yeah.
Yes.
At advantage,
Go ahead.
because we are flanking,
absolutely.
and we are just applying our straight or dexterity bonus with no proficiency.
To stab at him.
Yeah, with the stakes. Correct.
Yep.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry. Please look at this. Never rolled this.
Check
good
the
in
weight
my
on those
life.
dice. Make sure they're regulation weight.
Right?
They are.
some of those.
They are 1,000% regulation weight.
That's how you were rolling on the other day. It was fucking bullshit. I got a 19 dex, and I'm aiming for that chest.
Yeah.
For the
I
heart.
have a natural 20
Sure.
for a total of 24.
Okay.
Ew.
So we're gonna say that this is going to. Let me double check.
I'm gonna skewer this motherfucker. Spin him around.
Connect them and then just get back in there.
God Guys, we're really good at this.
Niley's just staring back like, can't whack. Not in whacking range.
Celeste is like currently screaming in horror as this thing is like.
Oh, then Niley's not
towards her.
bouncing. Niley's ready to fucking tackle this thing to the door.
Yo, yeah.
So here's how this is going to play out. So Fialova had, what, 19? Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're going to strike it in such a way that in mid-flight he kind of like turns. It interrupts his flight as he's lunging towards the hallway.
Yeah.
Just
And then it gives you the opening to just drive that right into his heart. And
Amazing.
when you do, the momentum, like you will see it go deep. You'll get a little out the backside as it goes
Back shot.
nearly through, because yours was like big ass
It was
piece
like I
of
took
wood.
the flat of the blade to like open up his
Right.
like his arm just a little bit more and just.
So it goes in, he goes to the floor and literally is going to like gurgle for like a second and then just kind of turns into ash into the floor.
You're gonna.
We did it that quickly.
That's it. That 20
She's
to the
still
heart.
Screaming.
I'm
And
literally
never
like,
stopped.
ew, ew, ew.
Was that your son?
Like I threw the steak on top of him. I'm like, ew, ew. Not really.
Does he just kind of like shrivel up into a husk? Is that the idea, or what is?
Or did
What
he have,
happens
like,
after?
fetal
No,
position?
literally, he will into like essentially a fetal position, but then he'll just ash, just turn to dust.
So sad.
My attention after I stop going ew will be directly towards Papa.
Papa.
You're going to see tears when you get close to him, and then he just says amen as you get close enough to hear, and then he says the deed is done. Like he's almost like he felt, he knew it's over. He seems to be at peace at this point.
Like to go-
Just so I can clarify for the rest of you and those of you who may be watching this, one of their weaknesses, it's not a surprise, it is a stake to the heart. The vampire is destroyed if a piercing weapon made of wood is driven into the heart while it is incapacitated in the resting position. I'm going to say with a natural 20 and everything went on through, like it's thematic. It happens. Like he's done. You know, this is why we play this game for fun and thematic.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's it. That's it for him.
I'd like to go console Celeste if I'm able to. Are you still screaming?
I would walk up to Father
Just gonna see your
Ivanovich.
point.
Like, do a little high five, changing of positions.
Alright, switch out.
You're in, tag in.
He's got peace. I'll go handle this part.
Yeah. Yeah, paladins aren't good at
There
that.
are two very, very, very simple things I'd like to do in this moment.
Sure.
The first is I'd like to replace one of my daggers up my sleeve with the stake that I just killed
Sure.
this thing with.
Yeah, absolutely.
And the I don't know if there was blood. It looks like it was just ash.
Yeah, there wouldn't be any blood on it.
And
There wasn't
the
enough in
second thing I would like to do is I would like to find like an incense censer that has like a big chain on it.
Yeah.
And I'd like
Oh,
to
one of these?
Bingo.
The one I have with me?
And I would like to scoop up his ashes,
Sure.
and I'd like to put them inside the censer.
I guess I'll get a
Yep.
new one of these.
Done.
I guess I'll get into one of these.
I figured there was one like in the church area here. I don't want to
There
take
might have been
yours.
one in the office.
Yeah.
Okay. So
I'll go up
Yeah.
to Father Ivanovich.
Donovich.
he is
I'm gonna get his
is
name right.
Ivanovich.
Donovich. It's
Donovich.
just getting longer the longer
Yeah,
you
yeah,
go.
like Skibble-Down-Donovich.
So he stands. He's obviously in a weakened state. Like he's been through a traumatic year-long battle with all this stuff. But there is like life or color that's been restored or slowly kind of growing back into it. The candles burn bright, and you may even see what you think for a brief second is like a glint of sunlight through the stained glass. But as soon as you feel that way, it's kind of gone.
I can tell that there's been this has been weighing on you for a long time.
A year.
How do you feel?
There's sadness, but he is in a better place. He is relieved of pain and the affliction that he suffered. I thank each and every one of you as he looks around.
I didn't do anything.
I'm gonna walk up to him with the censer, and I'm gonna hand it to him,
He takes it.
and I'm gonna go so that you can remember what you lost, but what you got back. And I'm going to turn around and walk out the door.
Okay.
I know this may seem insensitive, but do you feel any...
Such dramatic flair. No, I'm just kidding.
Full sweep of the cloak.
Yeah.
We don't know him very well yet, Father, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Ivanovich is actually... I was kidding.
Ivanovic.
I'm indebted to your services.
Do you feel any spiritual differences upon his passing? Do you feel as if not just the weight of grief has been lessened, do you feel as if maybe control or something has been reached?
I
less?
feel as if a small weight has been lifted, a burden, if you will. Potentially, like you described, a controlling element, is what he says.
We are going to away, but we will be back very shortly, I do believe, with the Burgermaster in tow to get his body interned with rates.
The Burgermaster.
Caleb is not smart.
I will gather things and prepare for the arrival of his corpse.
If we bring him to your care, will you be able to handle the rest, or do we need to be made ready to help you?
You're going to be able to see that in his state. He'll be able to perform the rites, but as far as like doing kind of the full thing, it's probably going to be a hands-on experience for everybody.
We'll plan on returning.
That's why we were here.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd like to, at this point, try to get Celeste to stop screaming. If... no, so it's dead, technically.
It's still right in front of me on the floor.
And no, it's dust.
Its dust is still in front of me.
No, he
I'm going to say, as Ben, you walk out of the kind of the front of, you are going to see, at the very end, probably 65, 80 feet away, you're going to see a dark, raven black steed with fire in its eyes, smoke kind of out the nostrils of this thing, and you're going to see an extremely attractive female riding this horse. As it looks to you, or she looks to you, and she says,
How far away?
65, 70 feet,
Okay.
and is going to say,
Says it quietly or like kind of shouting at me?
enough to where you can hear it specifically.
Okay.
Is going to say, your time will come. And then is going to pull the reins on the steed, and the steed is going to turn and kind of take an obscure path. When it does, you're going to see like the ground below the hooves are kind of burning, and they'll leave a little bit of trails of smoke as she rides off and out of the village, you would say.
I'm gonna sit down on the stoop of the church.
It's a reaction to be.
Yeah.
That's my reaction. And Ben is going to start quietly crying to himself.
Okay. And the rest of you? The bell is still... Ding, ding,
Ding dong,
Just
I mean,
give a little like sisterly shake and be like, you gotta be good. Like, we have no other choice right now but to be good.
What does be good? Behave? What is
No. I didn't say behave, but yes, you should always. I said you gotta move on.
Can I re-roll for like a fear check, or does it automatically drop?
No, the fear check doesn't go away. There's rules to it. You're stuck with it for a little bit.
That's dumb.
It's not, but... Thanks for playing.
I will start.
Just trying to inspire sisterly love right now, like.
I'm sure she's like calm and she's not screaming anymore.
Well, yeah, I didn't
You'll
think you
see.
would scream that long.
As you guys are like,
you know what? Thanks for reminding me. I will have Ben make a fear check. Use a wisdom saving throw. Yeah, that's a good call.
as you guys are tete-a-tete in the room, you're gonna see me
Okay.
like.
What'd you get?
4.
Okay, so you will
5.
have... Okay, so you will have a fear point. Keep track of a fear point.
I'm gonna add a thing under my skills because you can do those custom things.
You can.
As you guys are tete-a-tete all serious trying to like heal, you'll see Fialova walk up and cartoonishly like poke her head in the side of the door.
I just rolled a natural 20 on
I
D&D
see that.
Beyond. What is up with me today, guys?
Give me that.
Stop rolling.
And
Stop
I'll
rolling.
say,
Oh my god, I did it again.
you guys, Father Donovanovich said he'll help us with the mayor, and I think we should probably do that at
The
ASAP.
Burgermaster.
Yeah.
The Bogo Master.
The Bogo Master. I think it would be best if we returned. Hopefully, no one's died.
And I'll kind of like help you get Celeste to her feet.
Yeah, just kind of like wrap my arm around Celeste and we'd walk out.
Okay.
You'll feel better when you're out of this. Out of
As
this
you
space,
guys
Celeste.
leave, you'll see Ben sitting on the kind of steps of the
Just kind of
church.
rubbing his eyes.
Yep.
Shall we go?
Ben, are you okay?
I'm fine.
Yep, that's what they all say.
Insight.
I don't even need insight for that one.
Ooh, okay, thanks. Didn't need that earlier. 22.
You pass it. He only got a 19.
So, what is the inside reveal?
The crystal clear blue eyes that are typically bright and bushied and they're a little red. They're a little red, and he clearly was. I mean, because there was like soot and mud on his face, you can see kind of just small rivulets of dirt.
Okay.
Seeing that, like, the first sign that Fiolov noticed of him being a person, or like like
Human.
honestly,
He's human.
like no, but like you're not.
You don't just hit
You're not
old
being
men for
piloted
fun.
by somebody in a distant land. You're
That's illegal.
You're being a human being. I would probably
To a paladin?
at that
yes.
moment. At that moment, you'll notice like I pull out my little notebook. I make a little note of the date and the time and like what I'm about to do, and I just say, Ben, your methods are 100% the opposite of what I typically lean towards. But it seems like you've got a well balanced and good head on your shoulders. So stick with us for however long you want to. And I can't say that it'll be easy. I can't say that it'll be help in any way your life, but I think it would greatly benefit the world if you could stay with us. And I think that your services are extremely welcome and necessary. So it is bleak, and there's not very much hope.
Ben's he's probably not really looking at her in this
I start
moment.
to get
He's probably
preachy
just
about
like,
it. Start to get like churchy, you know. I'm
He's like face down,
Churchy.
you know what I mean? Like I get like clericy,
and he's gonna
but in
he's
a loving, like I'm trying to be like,
yeah, absolutely.
Get right with the
He's gonna-
gods. Come
and-
back.
And he's gonna look back up to you, little twinkle in his eye, and he's gonna go, I mean, darling, buy me dinner first before we say our evening prayers. And he's gonna turn around and start walking back the way that we came.
Yeah.
Okay.
we'll crack him.
And
That's
then-
what I say to myself.
Get him.
He's nice inside, I can tell. Of course, I'm smiling the whole time. Like,
So when you guys get back to the town's center, right where the Blood of the Vine Tavern is, and right where I almost said
Bildrath?
I almost said
Yeah.
Balderdash. Bildrath,
That's what I'm gonna call it.
yeah. Where his store is.
sure
You're
now
going
I
to
will
hear
only
the
call him
clippity
that.
clop.
Oh,
is that Ismark?
fuck.
coming back?
The thing where I saw the woman go down on the horse. Did I get any other visual of her other than that she was a female figure? I meant to ask you this.
Nope.
So just female figure, female voice that sounded like it was right by my ear.
Like whispering in your ear.
Cool. As we walk, I don't relay any of that.
Sure.
As we walk down, I just want to quickly glance down that where I saw them turn down and see if I can see any evidence of those sort of charred footprints.
You will, and they will look burnt in. Like,
Do any of us notice any? I
Yeah.
guess that would be a perception.
Any indication? Any indication
Natural
of
20.
which way they went?
I got a 17 to notice.
25.
So they would have went down this kind of pathway here,
Okay.
and they would have. You could probably see they're going to lead. You're pretty sure they probably led out of Barovia.
Town. Okay.
Yeah.
But I would notice that these are the same similar hoof marks that I encountered.
You would have seen,
in-
yeah. With your natural 20, you probably would have caught a glimpse of it and said you've seen these before when you guys
Yep.
first got here.
Someone approached me on a fiery horse in the fog,
Correct.
and they left hoof marks.
Correct.
They also left us.
So before he even says, or before anything, I don't think you're
I'm
gonna
not.
tell us.
I'm not trying to draw attention to it. I'm trying to just quickly gauge where I saw them go.
And, yeah.
I am gonna be like, you guys, those hoof marks. I don't remember much from that fog because I was kind of similar to what's going on with you, so I was terrified. But I didn't know if I hallucinated or not. But somebody came up and I begged them for help, and of course they were like, "Forget about it," and ran away. But
Fifi, I love you so much.
The point I'm trying to get to is that they left those burnt hoof marks that are right there.
If I like hover my hand over them, are they still
They're
hot?
still warm.
Warm, like
Yeah, you probably would be able to kind of get a sense that that's probably like brimstone that's left
It's
behind.
nothing. I mean, it is something, but
That's
like, I
not
just
good.
thought it'd be good to point it out that that person is back or is
You'll hear
here.
"Oi!" from the distance, from where the new clippity clop was coming from.
Yeah.
And you'll see a rickety, kind of wobbly wagon.
Yeah.
Old draft horse kind of lumbering. And you'll see Ismark, and he's kind of waving. You've never seen this person in your entire life.
Anybody know who that chocolate fuck is?
It's Ismark.
that's Ismark.
I wonder if he's in the cups yet.
That's
Oh.
probably. We won't have him on watch tonight, that's for sure.
So he will pull up and he will offer a ride as he is obviously going down to...
Will it hold all of us?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's large enough to hold all of you.
I
We
mean,
meant
Is it full of supplies, or is
There
it...
are some supplies, but it's not like crammed full of supplies. He'll say, "Oh, this is I'm gonna name this thing. What do I name him?
the horse.
Yeah,
Oh my god, I love animals so much.
Ruffles. This is Ruffles.
Horse.
The horse is like old. Like this thing should have been just kind of let to graze out the rest of its life.
Is a draft horse like a really big workhorse?
It is
Big, fat
exactly that.
workhorse? Okay.
Exactly.
Oh, he's had a long, hard life, but he's
It
doing
is a
okay.
very experienced draft horse.
A towing animal, not a running animal.
Correct. And the wagon wobbles. It's stable. It's sturdy, but very old.
Okay.
I have acquired us a ride.
Hello.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Hello, that's what he'll say.
Ismark, this is our new friend. I'm calling him friend. Ben.
Hello, Ben.
Bendura Chazem.
Is
That.
Mark the Greater, is what he
You're
says.
the greater.
Well, around here they call me the Lesser, but I like to refer to myself as the Greater.
If that is your true name, I shall call you Ismark the Greater.
Okay, fantastic. Shall we? As he says.
Please, I could use a sit down.
Okay, so you climb into this wagon, and it literally kind of like...
We'll distribute our weight evenly.
Yeah, like you can tell it's going to hold, but, you know, it's... As Ben kind of picked up, or James kind of picked up, this horse is meant to pull, and it will pull. But if you guys were to get into some sort of things where you're trying to outrun something, yeah, you're going to either kill the horse
Or destroy the
or
wagon.
destroy the wagon.
Yeah. Well,
There's quite a bit of supplies, food supplies, camping supplies, things that are kind of packed tight.
I didn't realize
Ismark,
the journey was
is there
this
anywhere
long.
to find just riding horses? So that we don't weigh the wagon down.
If there was,
Right.
I
He would have
would
gotten
have
them.
acquired them. That's what he'll say. These things are extremely difficult to come by, especially after, and he kind of points to where the other wagon is still kind of in the town center in pieces and parts from the last encounter.
Is there anything salvageable from the old wagon?
I was gonna say
No,
that.
it's all pretty much
Yeah,
been...
I think we tried.
I meant like any like additional axles, any additional wheels, any
Go ahead and give me a survival check.
Like resure it
Not
up.
investigation.
No. You're scavenger.
That's cocked.
That's what she said.
Not yet.
17.
I'd say you'd be able to scavenge a few wheels for spare wheels and
Okay.
some spare tools and parts. Sure.
Okay.
Enough to where if the wagon breaks down, I'll give you one, like all the parts
Repair.
you could repair it.
Okay.
Sure.
Sick. That'd be lit. I'm sorry, when it breaks down. Because this
When
thing
it
is
breaks
fucking breaking.
yeah.
Maybe the most durable wagon you guys have ever had. You never
I shall
know.
call her Bessie.
Bessie and Ruffles.
Ruffles?
That could be our code words in case people are trying to get our
I would have
wagon,
called the
like,
wagon Ridges because Ruffles has ridges.
Ruffles have
Just saying.
Ridges. Where's
I like that.
Where's Ruffles? He's with Ridges.
So loading up into this wagon, you'll hear the as he snaps the reins, and there's a little from the horse, and it lunges,
If I must.
Oh, I'm gonna like Ruffles.
He's
and
a
he starts
sarcastic
pulling around the bend down towards the end where the Burgermeister's house is.
Okay, so we've made it past the bad wagon, the first wagon. I feel safer
Yes. As you get to this point, though, right here, you do hear that wailing again, kind of echo like a siren song, I guess you would say.
Ismark,
only painful.
is it popular in town for people to just scream?
No, that is Mad Mary. You'll get used to it. That's what he says.
What makes her mad?
He pulls out his flask and begins to sip upon it.
How drunk does he seem at this moment?
He's not drunk. He's just
Not yet.
comfortable.
He's back
Can I
at
try
he's
to
on
reach
the
out and
level.
grab this flask?
Oh, I was gonna steal it from him. No, do that.
He will not resist with you. You guys have had a moment, if I remember correctly.
Well, I'm just gonna take it out and pocket that myself.
Oh, he looks sad.
Pulls out second flask.
Reaches down in his boot and pulls out another one.
We'll grab that one too.
No, you have to roll for that one. Sorry.
Okay. What am I rolling?
I'll do a competitive.
The battle of the drunks.
You do athletics. Oh boy.
Oh,
My first character had a
He
a
wins
never-ending
that
flask.
Does he?
I have 5.
He has 4.
Oh,
So-
sorry. That one's mine too. We need you sober for this.
He looks around and chooses not to do that. He's going to say that Mario's quite the typical townsfolk until her daughter went missing. Her daughter Gertruda had slipped out of the house and never returned.
Slipped out, not stolen.
Slipped out, yes.
When I just want to make sure I remember this correctly, Donovich had not fed his son
That's correct.
at all.
No.
Like he attempted to feed meals.
Human food.
I meant
But-
blood. He
Yeah,
had never given him
correct.
I guess
That's
I can't
correct.
say human food because that would just be
Redundant.
because
blood. So Gertruda was not fed to your roof. She's just in the wind.
Correct.
As a gaseous form.
Seems to be a lovely, lovely place of parents not looking out for their kids.
Speaking of which, the timing is perfect, as probably 35 feet ahead you hear the kind of squeaky wheels and this little ding-a-ding-a-ding-a-ding, like an ice cream bell almost. Ding-a-ding-a-ding-a-ding. And you see this elderly woman, kind of a wheelbarrow of a cart, kind of pushing it. And some of the kids are kind of peeking out and looking, and this cart has like various pastries and things upon it. And she's like kind of wheeling it, and she stops it, and several of the kids, very timid and shy, will come up, and you'll see hand a piece of copper, and she distributes a pastry and things like that.
I'll give her a gold and say whatever they want.
Most
them-
gracious of
Give
you,
them
thank
everything
you.
they ask for. Will another gold help?
That would be great. is
I
what
give
she
her
says.
2 gold.
Okay.
To just give the kids whatever they want.
Okay,
Don't
great.
charge them.
Yep, and she will. And you guys will right on
Wait,
into the
that's
house.
weird, right? It's weird to see, because we haven't seen people, like, peddling their wares in the town as of yet.
That would be correct.
There's a shop.
Is it completely weird? No, but there is a shop.
The, like, fact that, because people have not approached anybody.
You guys
Like,
know.
people have, like, super stand up. Have we seen them interact with each other?
Yes, you would have.
Okay, so this is not totally out of the...
they're just a little clicky.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. It's hesitant
Protective.
to interact with new
Yeah,
colored
protective.
people.
Except if you're
Flesh and bright colors.
When you're
mean,
new in this
it's
town,
not-
you
if
get
you're
eaten by a
Bill Drab,
vampire.
who just doesn't
Ismark,
give one
I'm
shit
sorry,
who
do
you
you mind
are.
stopping the wagon? Like, we've already stopped the wagon for this.
Well, after the gold is exchanged, he's going to start the wagon back.
Where are we eating? Because I am a bit famished.
There's some food in the supplies, or there should be some in the
Coffers, whatever.
at home. Yes,
Alright, so we don't need any pastries.
unless you have a sweet tooth. That is your
the
business.
sweet pastries.
Pastries, yes, typically. You'd look and
Not
see
like,
they're
not
like
like meat pies.
no, they're like fruit-filled kind of
also
pastries,
tried meat pie.
like cherry or apple or
Like
To be honest,
sushi at a
I'm
gas
more of a
station.
savory eater than a sweet one.
myself included. as well.
Don't accept sweets from an old lady. That's what I've learned. All right. Well, shall we truck on? I
I'm
have
just-
yet to meet Irene. I heard wonderful things about her.
Just make
You'll
a
be
terrible
impressed.
perception. I had a 7 on a perception check just to like, are we getting more notice now?
I mean, yes. The bell will eventually stop ringing too as the momentum finally carries out. So when you get close to Irina or the Burgermeister's mansion, it's kind of dong, and that's it. Like it's done.
Okay.
Any kind of signs of break-in, entry, anything like that?
Looks as if you
disturbances?
left it. The door will open as Rhodes stands there. Thank the gods, I was beginning to get worried you were gone for quite some time.
We
Oh,
were-
hello.
I
Very
feel like we're
elaborate
still
knocking
covered in like various things as well, so
And who do we have here? He'll step kind of this to the front of the steps. I'm gonna say he puts his hand kind of close to his weapon, but not in a threatening manner.
To this
To you.
person that's... Oh, to me?
Yeah, looking directly to you.
This is a man?
It is. It's someone who's unavailable at this time.
Hello, my name is Bendora Chizen.
That's a
How's your service?
mouthful. My name is Rhodes.
Rhodes. Did your parents name you?
That's typically how this works, yes.
And they named you after a street.
It is spelled a little differently.
Oh. I'm gonna spell it like R-O-D-S in my brain.
He's a scholar
Yeah.
of theology.
Lovely to make your acquaintance.
I wish I
any
could
discerning
service-
features about... Oh.
No.
We're gonna be great friends.
I don't have his character sheet pulled up.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
He's a
Twilight cleric.
Twilight
So
cleric.
another holy symbol.
And
You got it.
He's human.
Correct.
Okay.
I'm looking up the thing now to see if...
I was just trying to understand what class, race, player, what we're
You.
looking at.
You would also get that he's traveled with them too.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Well, lovely to meet you.
We're a pretty looking bunch, I'm just gonna say it.
Yeah.
Where is Irina?
You will see a very attractive kind of younger female kind of peek out of
Can
the
I
doorway.
get a full description?
Oh, you
Full
need
description.
that? You need that kind of...
Yeah, I want everything.
That says,
So you get your
red.
kicks.
Oh, amazing. Amazing.
I will show you a picture. I have one in here somewhere.
Hi. Hate that.
Crazy,
Armor
I can, like...
class.
Oh, wow.
Maybe I
Hate
don't
that.
What?
His AC.
Is 20?
Yeah.
Why you hate it?
Because I want that.
Oh, jealousy. Mine's 17, mine's not bad.
Mine's 18.
Mine's 15.
I'm not gonna be a weapony person. Like, I rolled 20 on my first strike ever, but...
Yeah. You're like, I'm not very good at weapons.
Weapons!
Yeah.
Bonk.
Nat
Oops,
20.
I killed him.
Oops, I killed him.
Brick killed a guy.
Yeah, you should probably lay low, man.
Maybe. Anyway, I can't find the picture on there. It's useless. So she's a striking young woman, is what you're going to see. First, she has auburn hair. It's kind of pulled back into kind of a loose ponytail. There's some braids that kind of go from the front back. She's probably about 115, 120 pounds. There's a little bit of a light about her, even though she's on the paler side.
Okay.
Let's see. She seems to have a bit of a strong will. You've kind of seen this in the past with various people you've encountered. And she kind of has very soft brown eyes.
Okay.
And she's dressed slightly noble. There are some patches of
So
light.
she appears to be of status.
Yes. This
Cool.
would be the daughter of the Burgermeister.
I'm going to kind of stop in my tracks for a moment and take her in. And just go. Your eyes are like stars in the sky. They twinkle like jewels.
I could
Digging around in your lap.
so.
Your lips are
know what
like
you were doing.
verses on the poetry that is your face. Your hair is like freshly woven silk that catches.
So her
sunset.
attention is like kind of looking down, like overwhelmed, blushing, like really enjoying this, as is one because we're like, can I have the flask back now?
And I'm gonna walk up to her and I go, pray tell, my lady, what is your name?
I am.
Shut up!
I like go by, and I walked by.
My name is Irina, is what she says.
Irina,
Yes.
it is like honey in my mouth. A succor to my soul.
I'm gonna cover your
You'll
ears.
walk by and go, don't flatter yourself. He says this to everybody.
He literally gives the same spiel to all the girls.
We stride away. I stride away, and I'm like,
Oh,
My name is Bendura Chazem, and I am your most humblest
God bless you.
servant.
God bless you.
he served.
Did you not sneeze?
I did not sneeze. My name is Bendura Chazem.
Oh, I thought it was a sneeze. My apologies.
Does sound a bit like a sneeze, doesn't it,
Doesn't
Irina?
it? Yes. You can see they've kind of ruined your thunder. You had her for a moment, and they kind of like.
I walk by
Girl
roads.
power!
I walk by
I will be your
roads.
most trusted confidant, and I shall stay at your side.
He'll take a nice
If you will allow
donation,
it.
too.
That's flattering. I assume you're with him to help bury my father.
We picked him up.
Why?
I walk
He
by
provided
roads,
a
and I'm
great
just.
help, especially with the father
But your
of the
beauty
church.
has inspired such bravery.
Is
We
Mark's
can
gonna
give him
walk?
the
Is
flask
Mark
back
will
so I
walk
can
by
have
and
the
he'll go,
flask.
huh?
Why do you, what?
Please give Ismark the flashback so I can have a drink of it.
Oh, I'll just hand one to you.
So yeah, like
And
I
I'll take
said,
the other.
it's good first
Cheers.
interaction.
Then he goes to his wine cellar and gets the wine out.
As you
where he
are
lives.
all enter back into the mansion.
And
Yeah,
I'd like to take it one step further, if I may.
Yo, absolutely, please do.
I would love to, if I can, produce a silk flower from my hand. Just like sleight of hand,
I'm gonna go in and shut the door.
Yeah.
produce a very
Start hammering.
silk
Sure.
flower to give to her.
Sure. Yeah, she will take it. It's gracious of you, sir. And she will kind of like tuck it into her braids and put it into her hair.
Pales into comparison of your beauty.
As I match pace with Rose, I'm gonna be like, "You're next.
Where did you find him? Is what Rhodes is gonna say.
Don't worry, you're next. You're getting Rose
Well,
next."
there aren't many gutters in the town, but he was running for his life. And we saved him.
And he did help us to
The father was very...
facilitate Father Ivanovich. Facilitate.
It's Father Donovich!
That's what I said.
It is Father Donovich. He did assist in helping Father Donovich find his hope by striking him. So,
You're very persuasive, yes, I choose.
Very good. I guess we'll have to adjust.
yes.
I feel like for the moment.
Are we
he's
team
got my
huddling
trust.
again just without
He's
Ben?
got- right. Ben, for no
Lady
specific
Irene, I would
reason.
love a tour around the house.
Oh, yes, allow me.
No.
This was my father. She takes you into the parlor.
First
And
one.
it's a little gamey.
Ew.
So it's a little like the flowers of wilted.
Honestly, not the worst thing I've seen.
No.
Not today, no.
Oh,
She'll start there.
it's lovely to meet you, sir.
He's awful quiet these days, is what she says.
Find humor in the darkest moments. I would love to take a bath. Are we leaving immediately, or
You don't want to take a
big
bath.
you- Gamey myself.
You would have to take the devil with my brother.
You don't
Ismark,
want to take
as
a
he
bath.
comes strolling in.
So Ismark,
That would be me,
Lord Ismark,
The great.
the greater. Yes.
the greater.
Yes.
I would love to take a bath.
I can assist you with that. Come, follow me.
Wait,
We will-
no, I don't want your assistance. Like, you can just point me in that direction.
I'm going to, yes.
You're going to bathe me.
No, I'm going to point you in the
Because honestly,
direction.
that also sounds
If
lovely.
you follow me, I will take you to where you may wash.
We're
Lovely.
digging a grave later, or we're gonna be digging
The
around
grave?
We have to be
Dog.
freshened up for the funeral. Have none of you ever been to a wake before?
Have you ever been to a burial?
Who, me, myself?
Yes.
Several in my time.
Where you've done the burying?
I just figured I would preside over the festivities.
So no.
No, I wouldn't recommend a bath right now. You might want to just leave it. Is what.
Lovely.
They can get more messy.
So he will direct you upstairs, second floor. There will be a powder room or a bath that they can draw for you.
Lovely. Apparently we're doing this when we get back. I was trying to do something nice. Come on.
What time of day is it? Is it... I know it's hard to tell with how foggy it is.
I mean, you would estimate it's probably like evening, starting to
Yeah,
evening.
no one's leaving.
This was an all-day venture.
Yeah, board up everything. Let's double check everything.
So we're doing.
But I thought Donovich said he was getting everything ready.
Yeah, correct. Like he's waiting on you guys to return. I'm not talking like the sun's going down, big guy. It's
could
getting late.
We could totally.
I'm saying like
we could totally
it's
knock
not
this out
noon.
tonight and leave
It's
first
like
thing in the morning.
2-ish. If you
Oh,
had to-
okay.
Yeah, like
you
starting
said
to.
evening.
Yeah,
I evening at
like
5 p.m.
Starting, it's starting to get there. My goodness.
Daylight savings time or not? Like, is it
I mean,
dark? At
I
4?
consider evening like 6 o'clock.
Yeah. I don't want to start anything. At
I said starting to get to the evening. It could be like
2
anywhere
o'clock is
between
starting
2 to
That's
5
lunchtime.
for you and I.
That's
I know.
noon.
So
It's
So
for
lunch
normal
is like
people, yes.
We
For
should-
us,
we
we
should-
eat lunch at like 3.
We should totally bury this guy now and then leave tomorrow morning.
That's what I'm going to suggest. Is what Mark says.
That's
is
what I
he's
was
got
going
a
to say as well.
glass in his hand, swigging around some fine
Still
whiskey.
for a funeral pyre.
After we just
I would
cleared the
love
church.
to walk over to whatever the decanter is that he poured from and pour myself a glass.
Sure.
And on my way back, pretend to trip, fall, and knock the glass out of his hand.
Oh, it's going to be that game.
I'll just walk up and take it.
So
Knowing that it has bothered you guys.
So performance.
16.
Yes. He's going to spill it, but he's not going to lose the glass. So I'd say he's got like a light swig left.
Oh, Ismark, my darling. I'm so such a clumsy, crazy day.
That's quite all right. I understand, is what I say.
I think the ladies are loading everything up in the wagon for us, so... Should we have a chat?
I was gonna go talk to Irena.
I'll get with Rhodes and Celeste and be like, help me move the body.
Yeah.
Before
I love that I just RP'd my way into that. Take care of this.
Before we get hasty with Daddy, maybe we should talk to Irina one more time about what we saw there and what's happening to the bodies there. Because
We didn't even get to the graveyard.
I feel like that's a lost cause, dear, is what Rhodes is going to say.
He's probably been trying that case all day.
So
Okay.
long.
Let's do
so
it.
long, is what he says.
He's never looked that happy to see us in a long time.
all right. Well, you've convinced me. I just thought one last ditch effort, but because the funeral pyre.
Something tells me she's exactly like Rhodes. It typically gets her way. Let's move a dead
What
body.
does that mean? Is what he's going to say
Hey, listen
as you
to
are
me.
lifting this body.
Oh, so you move easily? You change your opinions randomly?
So the body will be inserted into cart.
I'm chilling with Ismark.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we moved the dead body.
Yeah, they will do all the work.
Yeah.
You
We're
and
in
him
the
are having
background, like, Wicked and
conversation.
Bernie's,
We'll say we have general conversation, but there is one question I would like to ask him.
Sure.
Ismark, have you heard of anybody referred to as the Madam?
Yes. Madame Eva.
Madam Eva?
Yes.
Do you know anything about her?
I do. I know that she has a group of followers known as the Vistani.
Oh, familiar. Yes.
She has an encampment not too far off the beaten path to where we're heading to after this.
Would you say it's a safe place to visit?
I would say it would be an interesting place. Safe is debatable.
It's relative.
Would it be a safe place to camp overnight, as opposed to just traipsing about in the woods?
I would say that the safety within the camp is greater outweighs the safety of the woods. The Strahd woods, yes.
Do you think it would be a good idea to perhaps stop there first on our way, just to
It is on our way.
just to rest
Potential,
for the evening?
but I would...
They could offer us guidance about the woods. Have you ever been to Vallaki, did you say?
I have never been to... Let me rephrase that. It's been quite some time since I've been to Vallaki.
So maybe they could give us an update about what to expect when we arrive to town.
Possibly, but I would secure your coin and
Oh,
have plenty
please.
of drink. You should
They've
probably dip
already
in.
stolen from me once.
You should probably dip into the reserves as he kind of looks towards the liquor and grab a few. They
For
like
myself.
well for a gift, as we'll say.
It's a wonderful idea. Do you mind if I pilfer around for a bit and try to find some knickknacks and odds and ends just to
By
gift?
all means.
Lovely.
all of a sudden you hear clunk, 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 clunk.
So he has like a really good kind of liquor setup.
Great.
It's been heavily sampled,
Leave it
but
alone.
there's quite a bit.
I'd love to
leave
grab
it
a few
alone.
bottles,
Sure,
as well as any beautiful decanter set that I can find.
you can.
Like the most beautiful, untouched. Like there's obviously the one that's out.
Yeah,
I'm assuming they've received gifts.
absolutely.
Cool. I'd love to put all of those in my little costume
Haversack.
case.
Doable. As you guys gently lower the body into the wagon.
Why did
You
we
guys
have
did a
liquor body?
wonderful job. Bravo.
I feel a bit of Starian
Right?
over here.
What?
Hashtag
So
not sponsored
crazy.
It wasn't the intention, but it sure is fuck happening.
Yeah. We should move quickly.
Let's not lose any of this.
Ismark will climb into the
dismal
driver's seat, taking up position.
Yeah. Is Irina coming with us?
Well, of course.
I'll climb up. Is it a bench?
Yeah, there's a couple benches.
I'll sit up. I mean,
The
the driver's. Is it a?
Yeah,
bench?
it's a bench, and there's a couple long benches in the back.
I'll
It's
climb
it's
up
going to
front
hold
too, then.
everybody.
I'm gonna sit next to Irina.
Can we, in any way, somehow, possibly, if she has to come with us, disguise her or
Oh.
something? Because
In fact, I could do a few things if you don't mind. Irina, do you care to be disguised at all?
It's fine, is what she'll say. If you feel it's necessary.
Come with me, darling.
And
I
she
don't think
will.
this will help very much, but it cannot hurt.
And you'll see you'll see. I'm assuming we were like in the dining room area, and there's like a hearth. I'm looking for the most like firelight.
Yeah, it'd probably be about where you were.
And you'll see Ben. I will lead her over to like the plushest chair I can find, even if I have to drag it over in front of thing. No, darling, let me do some of my finest work. And I'm going to sit down and open up the case, and you'll see him start pulling out makeups and dyes, and I'm going to, I don't know, I'll like darken her skin, I'll darken her hair, I'm going to change her complexion, I'm going to try to disguise her.
Sure. Go ahead and give me
those contour lines.
What are we going to use for that?
Give her a 6-pack.
And I'll just give her a big old wart on the top. I'm kidding.
Great. Give me a performance.
Cool.
And if you got any, like, disguise kits or anything
I
like
do,
that.
and I'm proficient with the disguise kit.
Yep.
So, is that a performance check or just dexterity plus proficiency?
Yeah, let's do that.
Okay. So that would
Because
be...
you got the
I don't remember what I rolled. Did you see what I rolled? Because I don't remember what I
I did not.
Just re-roll.
Okay.
As there is 2 warts on the nose.
12.
Eyebrows are definitely uneven, and they are supposed to be sisters.
Okay, I'm going for more of like a softer... I'm not changing her eyebrow shape.
So there's a difference. It would be one of those things at first glance, most people would not recognize her. If you really knew who you were looking for, you may be able to kind of pick her out.
And I'm gonna sort of linger on the final like touch
Sure.
for a moment. Be like,
So she's very apprehensive at first, but then after a few moments of kind of...
I'm making jokes,
Sure.
giggling.
She begins to kind of like become lighthearted. You can definitely see she's very innocent.
Okay.
Very, very soft. Not quite like a delicate flower, but there's enough delicate...
It's more like naivete than it
There
is,
you go.
sure.
There you go.
And for my final trick, I stole this once from a king in a faraway land. And I'll pull out just like a blue bandana, and I'm gonna wrap it up around her head.
Cool. Give me a charisma check.
That's a 7. Oh, that was a 1. 12.
Okay. So you get a sense that everything you've done up to this point, she's starting to kind of like soften the defenses that
Okay.
may have been put up once everyone says, oh, she does that, he does that with everyone, the previous. Like you may be making headway to become
Thanks, guys.
a good friend. A good friend.
Okay. Cool.
She thanks you. And then she...
Not
you,
apologizing.
you can keep that one. Come on. Let's go say goodbye to your father.
We should all sit on each side of her as much as we can.
Yeah.
She's outside of this house. We cannot keep... Whoever's trying to keep her, we can't... He can just rip her out of here. So we gotta be prepared for
I will
that.
be right next to her the entire time.
Yeah. I feel like we should have somebody
So
on
you
each
guys will
side of her.
gather and
Roads
position
on
yourself.
the other side.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then Ismark is going to snap the reins and is going to drive.
We let the drunk
That's not
dude
on
drive.
this.
He actually does
He's
pretty
not.
well.
He's not
in the
necessarily
hallway.
drunk.
Yeah.
But he will slowly kind of drive the wagon
I'm not
right
there,
to the church.
just in case.
Father Donovich will be out front as he is kind of swinging the censer a little bit.
With his son's sashes in it.
I mean, that was kind of the goal. Am I not
Mm-hmm.
interpreting that right?
You are 100% interpreting that.
There you go.
Father, if we close the doors...
He has to be put in the cemetery.
The cemetery is run back, is what you'll say.
If we are
Follow
trying
me.
to close the doors, can the devil on the hill get in?
Is he actually a devil?
I don't know what he is.
I've heard he is.
No, that's what Mark is going to say.
Why is everybody so afraid of him?
You stick around here long enough, you'll find out.
Yeah, our first night was real fun.
Lovely.
Just watch the previous episodes. And you'll find out. So Donovich is going to lead you back
Donovich.
behind
Ivanovich.
the church, and you are going to see that there are multiple graves back here, as the map would indicate.
And I'm doing the most, like, the epitome of Chevalier, arm out, extended arm, leading Irina the entire way.
We'll do another divine sense.
It feels like a graveyard. You don't necessarily feel any undead lurking. You don't feel any...
Fiends or celestials?
Not currently, no.
Okay.
You are going to be led to an open grave. There is going to be... I'm pretty sure I gotta look at this, but I'm pretty sure there's somebody that is there to help. But I could be wrong.
Yeah, where's the coffin?
Nope, I lied. There's nobody there. He's already kind of prepared everything, and it was dug. There may be a little, like, you guys can pitch in and do certain things.
Yeah.
So there's going to be some ropes. You guys will basically lay some ropes, lay the body on the ropes, pick the ropes up, lower the body into the hole, kind of wiggle it, pull the ropes back, or to retrieve the ropes. I would like everybody to make, those of you who are doing the lifting or using the ropes, to go ahead and give me a athletics to see how this plays out. If it's smooth or you flip the guy upside down or what.
Yes! Sorry.
Hopefully you are strong.
Rhodes is definitely helping.
I got a natural.
He'll even,
so
I was going to say,
24.
he'll even be instructing. He's got 19 plus.
Yeah.
I got a 3, so I'm there for show.
Okay.
My end definitely falls in faster.
It's, it's
Rhodes and I carry
not
the team.
as smooth as Rhodes or you would like, but it functions to where he is properly laid to rest inside the coffin, the ground, everything that's set up for him, and then they will begin to kind of go through the ritual.
If Irina starts to tear up at all, like I'm not really trying to engage her, but just be aware of what she's doing. Kind of take in if she starts to tear up or anything.
Sure.
Produce the hanky. Produce anything she might need.
Oh. She's very vulnerable. Seems to be very effective in your
Let's
gestures.
go ahead and start grooming.
I want to insight. Fuck this shit.
And is Rhodes casting or doing the ceremony?
I'm inciting you,
official
but I roll
ceremony?
He is working
Yeah.
with
Roll it.
Father
Roll it.
Donovich. Roll ace.
25?
No.
Do I need to offer a ceremony?
No, 24.
That's up to you. That's your business.
I mean,
I'll do.
I don't want to double up if we don't need it. Like
Small
if Rhodes
prayers.
is going to do a ceremony.
I would say Father Donovich would say every little bit can help, as you already know.
Don't smack this one.
I'm sorry, what?
So if you want to, you can roll a religion. If you want to offer something up, it's up to you.
I'll offer prayers. Thoughts and prayers. Thoughts and prayers.
I got a 13 religion. I really want to use that to see if, like, is Rhodes, doing an official funeral rite to get...
Sure, yeah.
So is he yes, he is, or... It's a 13, sorry.
No, he's, by the book. Like, he'll even pull up either a prayer book or an alms book or something like that, and he kind of follows it. Respectful to various religions,
Yeah.
but is proper in kind of setting the last rites.
Got a 14 for just, like I said, just praying.
Sure. I'd say with everything, it takes maybe 10 minutes. Everything's offered up. Both Ismark will say, "Well, Father, now you're at rest. Rest in peace." And he's just literally going to turn around and walk away. Towards, I would say Irina's a little bit kind of more emotional, teary-eyed. You've taken me in. You've treated me one as your own.
We've taken her in?
Mm-hmm. You've treated me as one of your own. You've paid
Oh, right. You don't know the
great
backstory.
great stakes to helping me, come to where I am now, and it just this big spiel, like she really lays into it.
I'm gonna
And
lead her
says her
over.
goodbyes.
I'm gonna lead her over to the pile of dirt where I come from. And it's a little traditional to be the first to lay them to rest when
Okay.
you're the closest.
Then that's what she will do.
And I'll pick up some dirt and hand it to her so she can toss it in.
All right, and then she will do that. Everyone else will kind of go through that as Rhodes is like, "Yes, you should all do that."
Yeah. And we're,
Everybody does, except
mic
for
drop.
Ismark. He does not. He
I'll
just
throw another
stands-
pile in for
Ismark,
I'm not going to either.
Okay,
Ismark,
Why not?
do you don't want to say goodbye?
I've said my piece.
Yeah.
Do you ask, you straight
might
up
not
ask
be
me
any
out
love
loud?
lost.
Why not?
I didn't know the man.
Neither did I.
Fortunately, where I come from was also accustomed to not contaminate it
Where
with
is it that you come from?
here and there.
As
Such as...
keep carrying on. I'm just background here.
Yeah.
They're throwing the dirt in with
Yeah.
the shovel.
Where I come
Is it
from.
Rhodes doing it?
Yes.
Or
Both Donovich and Rhodes would be doing it.
help?
What
Sure.
are you
Yeah,
looking
I'd be
for? The
helping.
name of my house?
The
Just
name
what-
of where you come from, the town?
Oh, I come from a wonderful little place called the Fallen Woods.
Fallen Woods. Is that anything that we would know? Or I would know?
Mega history check.
Come on, you can do it.
I have a nat 20.
Woo! History.
Nat 20.
The
Nat 20.
Fallen Woods.
Yeah, I'll tell her.
Sure.
I'll tell her. Not on the material plane.
There you go.
So if you've been anywhere other than the material plane, I can give you more information, but you know for a fact it is not on the material plane.
Right.
Have I ever not been on the material plane?
If you would know of it, then possibly.
What?
If you would know of it, you probably would have been not on the material plane.
One of your shenanigans.
Was that a yes or a no?
You've
Yes.
eventually had at one point ventured off the material plane.
Right, because you know of it, you
Yeah.
would have, yes. You would have been not on the material plane.
So that's up to your discretion, I guess. How hidden away or...
You see me kind of like
And this,
Doing
people,
that
is how
awkward-
we build a story together.
Yeah. I'll say you probably more than likely know it is somewhere in the Feywild. Okay. But you're not entirely sure where.
There you go.
I'll just put up the question mark.
and good job, team.
Pat, 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 pat,
Yeah.
pat, pat, as they pat down the dirt.
And how's Irena looking? Is she still there? Physically in our presence? She
Yes.
has been picked up by a
Yes.
vampire from the sky?
We're cuddled up, baby. We're doing great.
'Cause
How
I
much
just-
time have we spent between traveling from the house, getting there, performing the rites, burying, blah blah blah?
I don't know. I would say hour and a half, 2 hours. It takes a lot of time to shovel a bunch of dirt
It is
into a hole.
It is now
You know what-
evening.
You
We
know
should
what
get
else?
going.
You know what else I want to look for?
It's getting dark,
That horse.
buddy.
Oh, you okay?
I want to, while we're up here, if we're up here for like an hour and a half, right?
Sure.
Oh, the black one?
At any point, because the last time I left this place,
Yeah.
they were here.
Sure.
18 for my perception check. I'm assuming it's not investigation.
I would say that in the distance north past the kind of fence of the grave, what marks off the grave, the fence line there, you would probably see in the distance it looks like a silhouette of someone on horseback,
Okay.
and then the fog almost peels away from it to reveal at the last second a female silhouette on top of this horse. Same thing, just fire, smoke.
I'm just giving him a very slight nod.
Okay.
Like the what's up nod when you're downtown and you need a vibe check pass,
No. More of like a, I've got you too.
Oh,
I see you seeing me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you tell us again? No? Okay.
yeah.
And
Shall we?
Would try to start.
if you want to hide said what you're doing, go ahead and give me a stealth. And if anybody wants to be nosy, like I know all of you are,
Natural 20?
you'd have to beat his stealth to notice or pick up on his vibe. Or you do an insight. If I don't know if I said that, an insight check to be.
Neither.
I'll give you guys the DC if you want. It's a 26.
I can't. Yeah,
Well,
there's no way I can't even
boy.
beat it.
Okay.
I'm not paying
Then
attention to that.
no one
Yeah.
else will notice this.
Yeah, no, I would try to start corralling people back towards the cart to be like, let's go back.
Let's talk about
We've
what
said
happens
our
in the
goodbye.
evenings here from the safety of the keep.
Yes, where we will probably only 50% be safe.
But it's better than 0% outside.
Yeah.
And your little girlfriend Irina here, she will get picked up by a bat
girlfriend.
guy.
Nobody said girlfriend. It's a lot of pressure.
Wow. Boy, you schmoozle.
All of them.
Celeste, darling.
Yeah.
There are more?
Oh,
Never.
Only you.
let me tell you when he met my sister.
Do tell.
Yeah.
First thing you did was get her drunk. Let's just start there.
Oh, yes.
I'm sorry. I was not responsible for the 3 shots ingested. I was having a conversation with the lovely proprietors
Where
of
he
that
was
establishment.
schmoozing more.
I was not in there for that.
Harem.
Maybe he's trying to build one.
Perhaps I judged you wrong, sir, is what you'll say.
Back and forth, back and forth.
Irina? Only my actions can show you who I am.
Just wait until there's more.
You should have some action.
So, give me but time,
If he offers you to do evening prayers, use a
Don't do evening
diaphragm.
prayers.
Don't. Do not.
Use a diaphragm, is all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So,
Took a wrong turn.
I'm locked into Irina.
Sure.
I'm not paying attention to any of them.
I'll
you're getting a reading as if once what you had established is beginning to fade.
You motherfucker.
I feel like I love this because
So as you kind of feel very confident on where the direction of things are going, she kind of gets reserved and pulls back, and she says, "Perhaps you shall have to prove yourself."
I look forward to the opportunity.
I will
See that you do. Is what she
we'll
says.
wrap
Give her a little
my
wink.
kind of like not corral her, but kind of like we do need to get going.
Yes, darling. Let's go.
I link arms with Ben, and I'm like, Ben, it's all in good sport, friend. Just means you're part of the fold.
Welcome
Come
to
on.
the team.
How often do you keep almost saying Patch?
No, I almost called him. I don't
Patch is nothing like this character.
I don't know what I was like. What's your name? I tried to invent a more complicated name than Ben in my head. Like, it's definitely Badonovich, right?
It just keeps getting worse.
Love it.
So you all will
Badonovich.
hop into the wobbly wagon with Ruffles, and you drive all the way down to the homestead for a long rest.
Oh, I have to pop off and give the wine glass back to the tavern.
Sure.
We'll also hand
So
you
I'm
a
gonna
shot
do that.
glass.
Miss it.
You what?
She took a shot glass, so we'll also hand you that shot
Amazing. Hold on, one moment.
Grab some dinners while you're inside.
Some
So
dinner?
he stops for a brief second. You'll hop off.
Yep.
And start to make your way.
And he takes off?
Yeah.
What a shitbag. I'm gonna go in. I'm gonna assume I walked into the tavern not having seen that.
As you get to the steps of the tavern, you hear the ding 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 ding
Of the old lady.
Fresh pastries. Yes. Kind of heading eastward.
I'll hop off and not let him walk back alone, because paladins are good people.
Sure.
I'm gonna
I
pause
laugh.
there, and I'm gonna just kind of poke my head and look at the old lady for a second.
She just looks like a really hunchback, kind of wrinkled
Would I
lady.
recognize anything like this?
I mean, you've seen old ladies peddle their wares in
Okay.
other towns.
Sure.
She's definitely a lady that is aged.
Grandmama.
I'm gonna... Something about that feels off. And I'm gonna go into the tavern.
Pocket that for later.
Okay.
Go to Penn.
You do, and you'll see the
'Cause we've seen her
same,
twice today.
same
I will also-
And it's
barkeep.
almost dark, right?
It's getting there, yeah.
I would
Ice
also
cream and
file
Tom's?
into the tavern with him. I wouldn't just stand out on the
Okay.
street.
I'm
You will
just
see the
waiting.
barkeep
Bring some
polishing the
dinner.
glasses.
There's dinner back.
Hey, Barry! And I'm gonna
Dinner
walk
at home.
over to... I don't know, I just made up a name. And I'm gonna walk over to my lovely ladies. Hello, sisters.
They look at you, and they look at each other.
I brought a gift. And I'm gonna pull out one of the bottles of nicer vintage that I stole.
Yep,
And I'm gonna leave it on the table.
What?
gotcha.
Thank you for today.
Nyla is just rolling her
Thank you
eyes.
for the advice.
Get some flowers
And
delivered.
thank you for the path.
I think he might need evening
They will
prayers
just
with
nod.
him.
Flirtatious eyes only.
Mirabelle. And I'll turn around and walk out.
Okay.
See if you want to have any kind of prayer.
So as you're walking up, he's coming back up.
And that's actually fine with me. I don't trust any of those three sisters. So,
Are we moving on in this?
Yeah, like he can't.
I'm
Okay.
still in the wagon. I'm just laughing.
I
at
just
these
hopped
two
off so he
jumping
wouldn't have to walk back alone, because
I'm gonna
paladins would...
give Ismark. I'd saved him the last swig of this flask, and I'm gonna give it back to him and say,
You've done good.
"You've earned this."
Hee hee. You're a benevolent goddess.
He will pocket the flask.
Nye, let's walk back.
And then also just make a general, look out on the street.
Sure.
No, I won't.
I would like to
11.
stop and wait for my sister.
You're gonna hop off as well?
No, I'm gonna tell him because I'm sitting next to him. I would like.
So he'll stop halfway between.
I don't like this at all.
Yep. Okay.
This chick's about to get abducted.
my daughter.
You stopped right in front of a screaming lady's house!
Are we gonna have to address the screaming
Can
lady
we all
before
just
we
turn and watch the house as we can hear the creepy?
Sure.
Should we stop and help this woman before we leave town or come back?
Gertruda, why did you run?
Who?
It is
Gertruda.
not safe.
Yeah.
The devil has his eyes upon all of you.
Does she ever come out of this house?
Nope.
Like, I'm gonna ask him. Has anyone ever seen her?
Not since the tragedy. of Gertruda. That's what he's gonna say.
That's what the tragedy was.
You know what the tragedy was. She disappeared. She's gone.
I want to know when.
Oh.
I thought he said a couple weeks ago, didn't he?
Oh, okay.
Like recent.
Yeah.
I just didn't know if it like lined up with like a year and then like everything.
No.
I'm not there though. I can't ask any questions.
I'd say as we're walking back, Ben is pretty quiet, and
I think then is where Niley would address the crying though.
Yeah, go ahead.
She'd just kind of be like, it's okay to be afraid sometimes. She's just associating like you like did all that. You had a lot of high tension in the church. So like kind of trying to piece it together.
Wasn't afraid, but I appreciate the sentiment.
It's also okay to be angry at the church. I do know they fail.
From time to time.
You'll be able to
often?
look back, waiting for your sister to see this conversation taking place.
I meant no disrespect. But sometimes
There was another way. There is always another way.
we got results.
By slapping a man of the club.
I would like to offer this to you in just this moment. He was a shell. He had abandoned all of his children.
Yes. And Niley will just keep walking.
And as you walk just ahead of him, Ben's gonna stop for a moment and goes, "What faith is there in that?"
Faith can be found, and your methods were successful, but not preferred.
I meant no disrespect.
And we'll agree to disagree on your methods.
Come on, you chuckleheads. We're waiting for you, and this lady's gonna get picked up by the Batman any second.
Not the Batman!
Oh.
Ben's gonna laugh at himself for a moment, and as you guys kind of walk ahead, he's gonna look at everybody, sort of walking up towards the Burgomaster's mansion, and just.
He said Burgermaster.
Burgermaster.
I really thought you were gonna be like, is this what it's like to have friends?
Yeah, like I thought he was gonna be a big.
I know what I was building up to.
Oh man.
I'm coming.
He seems a bit lighter.
I've been holding that in for so long.
It's okay, maybe in front of women. I'm like, are you guys getting vanilla?
Oh.
I believe it's
Patchouli, baby.
vanilla bean.
All patchouli.
So as evening draws in, you all will make your way inside the Burgermeister's mansion once more for a long rest. You all will level up to level 3. And then that's where we're gonna end this episode.
We buried
Stay
Daddy.
tuned to
We
see
buried
what
Daddy.
happens next.
And we killed somebody's son. What's up?
Ooh.
Bye.
Bye.
Where's the mouse?
That was silly.
To the left.